Now we're live. Okay, that's better. Now I can see myself. Last time I got on a live, I couldn't see myself. I was like, what the hell just happened? It was on and all of a sudden just like went away. And Wes was first on the last one, so we're going to say Wes was first. I know a few people started getting in and everything, and I was like, okay, cool. We in. But hopefully, like I said, if Donna's out there, Donna, if you're subscribed and everything, do me a favor, like type into the chat so I can see that you're in here. That way we can get you up and running, because I want to let people hear this story, because I kind of told people about it on a video I did earlier about how, you got played for that $300 and, eventually they gave it back to you. So now I want people to actually hear the story from you. Man, I had to close out of that stream and come back live. But, and also for the people that are joining the membership group, what I want to start doing is for the people that are on the 300 level, we the 300 level, I want to do something different, because me personally, what up, Bubba Sue? What up, Wes? Me personally, I have a lot of gear. I got a lot of gear for myself, and I can't keep making myself gear all over again. So what up, Roger and Lisa? So what I want to do is everybody that's on the We the 300 level in my membership group, I want to have like a gear drawing to where, because I do gear all the time. So, and when I get an idea and I'm throwing stuff together and I'm putting things together, I want to kind of have a drawing to where, somebody in that group and the We the 300 level, they can get some free gear. Like I'm gonna still do my drawings every month, still do the Jeep stuff, do everything. But my closet is getting way too full. It's getting way too full. This is a nice haircut. I'm telling you. What's good, Knife Juggler? What's good? Ebony's in the house. What's up? What's up? Rep Cambodia. Hey, is Kev, man, in the 300? What up, Bighorn Kev, my brother? Yeah, so I'm waiting on Donna to see if she's going to actually like find this live stream, because she just subbed and everything. I want to see if she can find the live stream. Once she finds it and comments that she found it, then I want to bring her on so everybody can meet my friend Donna and they can kind of hear her story about how Lyft tried to get her. They tried to get her. And I'm telling you, man, everybody needs to start paying attention to what these apps are doing, because they're up to some shady shit right now. They're up to something shady, and they're trying to get everybody. So you got to watch your wallet, watch your money. What up, Severa? You got to watch your money real good, real good. What up, Jamil, my brother? And if you're not watching your money, these apps, they're creeping on people. They seeing who's not paying attention and who is, and they're slowly stealing your tips, stealing your fares, reducing your upfront fare by a little bit. And they know most of the times when they take some of your upfront fare, you're not going to sit there and spend 20, 30 minutes to get like, $4 back. And that's what they're banking on. People who don't want to waste their time getting their money back. And these apps are playing games to kind of swindle everybody. Yeah, Severa, the apps. Yeah, I went out last night on Lyft. I made like $120. It was so slow. It was just like dead. And I was like, I haven't even been out today, but I'm going to go out later today to see if there's some money out there. I was going to do cash rides last night, but the airport was just, it was crazy. It had some good surges. I had a $10 surge. I think I had like a $12 surge. So the surges were good. And all my trips were super short, like to hotels in the area. I didn't do nothing long like that. But for the most part, even last night, it was flat. It was so flat. And I was like, oh, man. What up, Mad Nams? And salute Jeff and all the drivers taking their destiny in their own hands. That's what we do, man. We have to. Because with these apps, man, they got employees, they got staff out there who's stealing. And that's why I want to bring Don on, because once she comments in the chat and lets me know she's actually online and ready to tell her story, man, you'll see how sneaky these apps are with inside people, like doing little inside jobs against all of us. And the management knows about this. Corporate knows about it. They have no internal controls. They could care less what they do. If we don't complain and we don't fight and battle for our money back, they'll just keep stealing and taking it. Because that's how they make a living. They make a living off of stealing from drivers who are out here earning all that money. And they keep getting caught over and over again. And the moment you say something about it, oh, we're sorry, it must have been something. Like, no, it must have been nothing. We know what's going on with these apps. We're not stupid. We know what's going on. A lot of them been driving for years. We know what's up. Yeah, offering popcorn to all drivers. That's exactly what they do. They're offering popcorn to everybody's like, man, we ain't doing that. Man. Said things were good this morning until 9, and it's been dead since. Yeah, and yesterday I did some rides in the morning, and it was good. I got like 3 quick rides. Soon as 10 o'clock a.m. hit, all the surge dried up. I just turned the app off because I was done. I was like, yeah, I'm not driving. I'm done. And I didn't start driving again till last night. So I took like the whole day off, didn't start driving to the nighttime. I wasn't messing with it. I wasn't even dealing with that. But Yeah, man, everybody's got to start taking matters in your own hands, And I'm glad that the shareholders are really pushing forward with like I said, that law firm is one of the main law firms that does class action lawsuits against major corporations. So Lyft ain't getting out of this. They're not getting out of this. These people coming for their money. And hopefully, like for the people that saw that video, if you get the email address, you can go to the website and visit stuff. See if these attorneys are willing, if they're willing to listen to what drivers have as far as evidence about these companies being just hacks. And once they realize that on the driver's side, we've been complaining about a lot of things falling on deaf ears all the time. The politicians aren't listening. Nobody's listening. The media hears the protests and stuff like that. But if we hear a class action lawsuit say, hey, guess what? We've got a lot of evidence. Like we got screenshots. We've got customer service, text logs. We got everything showing how these apps have employees that are messing with people. We got employees stealing from drivers out there while they're earning, while we're on the road trying to make money. They're stealing our money. What up, Megan? My girl, what's good? What's good? Ride flow. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jim Hill said it's dead now. I'm going home. They canceled my Uber Pro card. Some BS still got upside, though. Keep your 2% and 5% cash back. Yeah, man. And that's why I don't bring Don on here for it, because they're doing stuff to people's payment systems. Like the way you're getting your money, the way you're getting paid, they're going behind the scenes and messing with everybody's payment. Remember a long time ago when I was like, dude, why am I getting this? It was some weird name that was on my bank statement, and it was like an email address. And I was like, why am I getting the email address payment from a former executive who don't even work for Lyft no more? People are going behind the scenes and doing like screwy stuff. And Donna actually caught them doing something screwy to her money because I knew something was up. I was like, why am I getting paid from an email address? Like it's from a Cash App or something, and it's from a former executive. Something, like I said, Lyft, they're always up to something janky, man, always. What up, all for kicks? Yeah, they can't make payroll, so now they need, floats. They need to float our funds. Oh, yeah. So I have noticed Lyft will not pay you the bonus if you're outside the bonus zone, but the pickup is inside the bonus zone. Yeah, Kev, they just started doing that. Because they used to give you yesterday I wasn't even at the airport. Usually if they send you to the airport, you'll get the airport surge because they're sending you to the airport. They weren't doing that on a lot of occasions yesterday. I was sitting right up on Van Buren, not even in the airport surge. They kept trying to make me go to the airport to pick up somebody. So I actually went to the lot itself, and that's how I was getting airport surge. They're starting to crack down. It's like they're fixing their algorithms to not pay people for the pickups inside the surge zone unless your car is in there already. So I'm like, man, forget that. Yep. Been seeing some new ads popping up. Might be some rebranding going on. Some new ads for Lyft and for Uber. I don't know who that's for. What up, Trixie? Created business cards on Vistaprint. Going to issue those out over the next couple of rides. Save me a bunch of talking. Oh, yeah. And make sure you tell them on your business card, if you got on the back of it, your QR codes, just let them know, say, hey, and if you guys want to give me a tip, make sure you use the QR codes on the back of these cards. That comes directly to me versus going through the apps. Because if it goes through the apps, they can hold it with up to 30 days. They can withhold it up to 30 days. And at that point, a lot of times they don't even give it to the driver because the drivers don't know we got it. And they know we don't know we got it. So they hold it. And if you show proof that you got a tip, okay, we'll give it to you because it's within that 30-day window. That's how they're getting away with a lot of things they're doing. It's all about time frame. They won't let you review a fare after 10 days. If somebody gives you a tip and you don't catch it quick, they'll never give it to you because you never said nothing about it. They don't actively go out and look to give drivers their money. They're looking for ways to keep the drivers' money. And if you don't ask for your money, they're not giving it to you. They're not on our side. These apps are not on our side. So you got to fight for every penny out there. You got to sit out there and be like, hey, listen, I got my QR codes on back. Tip me on my QR code. Don't tip me through the app because there's no guarantee I'm going to get it. Like if you appreciated the ride, you love the energy, you want to support me and help. Hey, please tip me with this QR code. Don't go through the app because the moment you go through the app, like if you want to do it, you can do it right now. But if you do it outside of my car, there's no guarantee I'm going to get it. And that's why the apps are always saying, hey, let us give us permission to see the devices around you. They want to see whether or not the person is around you when they tip you. Because if they can find out if the person is not by you, they can say, oh, he don't even know he got the tip or not because that person's not even by him. Now we got to get we got to take a picture of their phone, or hey, call them and say we lost something and try to get back in touch with them. It's a whole bunch of fuckery, man. Bunch of fuckery. On the back of my parts, I put safe and secure tipping options with my QR codes. I'm telling you, Alicia, that's what you got to do. And let them know right off the bat. Say, hey, it's more safe and secure if you tip this way. See, I'm going to Texas Roadhouse earlier dinner, $12.99 cheaper than McDonald's. Exactly. You go to McDonald's and like $16 for a dusty burger and some old soggy ass fries that's salted too much. Your damn drink got too much ice in it. You don't get free refill. It's like, man, I just paid $16 for this shit. Like, we don't do that. We don't do that. Yeah, man. But I'm telling you, man, we gotta start fighting back. We gotta start fighting these apps back. I'm gonna see something real quick. All right. Yep, she's not on yet. Hold up. Say cat. Look at that. That's the shit. It's like, say facts. Ride left his phone, had to ask Uber for the lost item fee, $20. Right after I already gave it back and got a $20 tip. Damn, exactly. What up, Desmond? My brother. Desmond, you know you won the Jeep ride deal, didn't you? You said, oh, you won the Jeep ride. You like, man, I'm not even in Arizona, damn it. So had issues with tips on Uber Eats lately. Caught them trying to steal one, I think. Said they reduced their tip, then suddenly appear with an extra hidden tip. They take longer to process now, too. Oh, yeah, Seth. And they're not allowing people to download more than like once a day or something like that, I heard. On Uber, you can only download like one time a day. So what they're doing is they're making sure they're not having all these cash outlays and all these transactions. It's forcing people's money to stay on there to the end of their shift. Because a lot of people, they download with a few times within their shift. Like me, when I'm driving, I'll download. If I get a few big rides in a row, I'll hurry up and download that money. Yep. Oh, Desmond, you gotta go look at the winning video, because I got a video that shows about like how I was doing the drawing and everything on the video. So you popped up on the video. You popped up as a winner. Yeah, man, we got to educate these riders, man. We got to let them know. If we gonna be in this industry for a while and we gonna make our money to pay off the inventory, the investments we got now, we got to get a return on our investment before we call it good. Because these apps are not giving us our money back. They're not. They're going to try to keep us trapped on this plantation by making sure they don't pay us enough. And if they don't pay us enough, it's going to force us to keep driving. I ain't trying to do that. Say, how much should I go for per mile with a 2023 Corolla hybrid? I don't know, Claudio. Go for what you know, man. I'll be going for like $5 a mile, $10 a mile. Like to me, it don't make a difference what car I drive. What makes a difference is I'm a certain person. I have a certain lifestyle. It don't matter what car I use. What matters is, do I want to live in my house or do I want to live in a shack? Do I want to be homeless? What do I want to do? So I don't care if I'm driving a Jeep or if I'm driving my Beamer. There's certain money that I want to get. I'm not looking for minimum. There is no such thing as I'm looking for minimum. I'm looking for maximum every time I'm out. I'm maxing out every time I go out. If I can see a good ride, I'm taking that big ride. $3, $4 a mile, taking it. $6 a mile. Yesterday I was doing $9 a mile rides. That's how I drive, though. I'm not looking for, oh, man, what's the minimum? You think minimum, you end up with minimum. What up, Kim? Beauty, what's up? What's up? Yeah, you got to check that video out, Desmond. What up, Keeps the Pills? What's up? Thank you for the membership. I saw you in the group, brother. I saw you in the group. Says Uber was shorting me $2 on most rides the other day. Got a screen recorder to make sure I recorded everything now. Oh, yeah, detail. And they'll do it because they'll put your drop off on the building, but you will drop somebody off in the parking lot. And all of a sudden, it'll say upfront, let's say $10. But then when you actually get the payment, it's like $8.45. You're like, oh, it's reduced because you didn't go the full distance. Well, I can't drive my car up to the fucking building. It's a game, dude. This is the game they're playing with. That's why I say Uber and Lyft got some gimmicks going on, man. They got tricks going on because they'll sit up there and act like, they're being upfront. Oh, this is your upfront fare. This is the money you get. Shit. As soon as you drop somebody off, why is my money not there? What just happened? Yeah, you didn't drop off at the building, and they'll make sure they put the pin on the building. I was picking up some people last night on Lyft, and they were at Circle K, but they didn't have it in the front of Circle K like normal. They had it behind Circle K, but there was no road behind Circle K. So the app wouldn't start until I hit that dot. I went to front of Circle K. It wouldn't start. I hit arrive, and it says arriving too early. And I said, okay, I'm going to just arrive too early. It's like, you may be deactivated due to arriving too early. I'm like, this is the game they playing with us right now because they know there's no way my car can get to where they put it. So I had to do arrive like now, GPS issue, or you could be deactivated for arriving too early. Motherfucker, I'm sitting in front of Circle K. There's no other place I can put this car. It's a game they're playing, man. There's all these new gimmicks they're coming up with. Yeah. Yep. Upfront fares is a smoke screen. That's all it is. And it's like I tell everybody, I use this phrase all the time, fraud in the inducement. Fraud in the inducement is a legal term. When somebody induces you to do something, they force you to do something, to make a decision, but they know they're committing fraud on the back end. That's called fraud in the inducement. They know that what they're telling you to do is not right, but it's the fraud that they're doing to make you like play your hand. Once you play your hand, the fraud is committed now because they know they're not paying you that. They know they're going to screw you up. They know they're going to try to deactivate you for something that you're legally doing. But it's fraud in the inducement. It's a way that they can deactivate you, keep your money, and keep from paying you, and you just earned all this money. Now you're sitting there with like $600 on the app you can't even get access to. They ain't got to pay it out now. It's theirs. They never have to pay it out. As long as they don't activate you, they never have to pay it out. And that's what happens to a lot of these drivers. They get deactivated, they lose it. Rideshare Lisa, thank you for the membership, lady. She's in the house. Yeah, and if distance is shorter, they anticipate they're going to short you money also. Yep. Yeah, RSG did a piece on how both understate the, was that by 15%? I saw what you was talking about. Yeah, and that's what they do. They'll understate the distance. They'll tell you that you're going like, let's say 10 miles, but you always go like 12. And it's like, what? So that's 2 extra miles I never got paid for. They do it all the time, man, all the time. It amazes me the shit people are getting away with lately. Because nobody said, what up, young boy? Yeah, they never do, man. They never do. Was that? Say, yo, Hot Facts and Robert Reese is in the build, my man. Says fraud, using an electric vehicle, you'll earn more. Well, I'm making more using my gas vehicle, earn more by cherry picking. See, Kai, that's what they want to do. They want to sit up there and play us and have everybody using EVs. Everything that comes to my phone is about EV. You can buy a Chevy Cobalt for $2,000 off. You can buy this. You can buy this. You can, start driving with EV for our zero emissions initiative. I'm like, dude, they're trying to induce people to go get these EVs. And that's why they did this huge payment recently, because they withheld all this money from all these people. And then they gave it back to them a year later. And it's like, man, so yo, Jeff, pickup time in less than 15 minutes in Denver lately. How's it down in Phoenix? Oh, man. What, pickup time no less than 15 minutes in Denver lately? How's it down in Phoenix? All it depends on where you want to pick the person up. I mean, you can have a 20-minute pickup. You can have a 2-minute pickup. You can have a 5-second pickup if somebody's standing next to you. It depends on what ride you take. So for me, it's like, I don't take pickups that are too far. Because if I have to cancel or they cancel, right now, they're not paying cancellation fees right now. So if you drive 10, 15 miles to pick somebody up and they cancel, you don't get the cancellation fee. That's just 10 miles you just drove. You might get $2 for 10 miles. That's 20 cents a mile you just got. I'm not driving no 10 miles to get no $2. Like, no, I'll go a mile. I'll go 2 miles. Once you hit the 4 mile, 5 mile, no, I'm not driving that far. Because if you cancel, all you're getting is $2. So it's a waste of time. They got to find a driver close to them. Yeah. So EV is too expensive. Yep. Ramadan. So I have a Tesla Model 3 and a gas car on my account. Just realized I get better fares on the gas car. They plan you with that EV. Well, your EV cost should be lower. Like, nah, motherfucker, if I need a whole new battery for this thing, it's gonna cost me like 15 G's. A battery in a gas car, the battery only costs like $200. The battery on an EV costs like 20 G's. You better come up with some money. He's like, jeez. Got it. Uber to throttle long distance for short rides to control hourly rate. Hard out here, bro. Yeah, they trying to do that. And you got to keep kicking that out because yesterday, Lyft had me trying to go up the 101 to pick up somebody from the talking stick to take them to the airport. I'm sitting way down in Mesa. There's no way I'm leaving Mesa to go to the talking stick and pick up somebody, take them to the airport, all that for like about $1 a mile. And I had surge. So I just kicked it out. I was looking for something shorter. So I ended up finding like a ride that was right down the road from me and took that person like to McDonald's or something like that. Easy rides. But every time they try to send you on a nature hike to go pick somebody up, don't do it. Don't do it. What up, Precious Cargo? What's good? What's good? Good evening. I rent a gas car and I'm working less hard. Yeah. Because with a gas car, like, and this is the thing with EV. With EV, you got to plan your fill-ups accordingly. Because like yesterday, there was a nice surge at the airport. What if you sitting with 5% electric on your car? You got 5% electric. And they got a nice surge in at the airport. You got to drive away from the airport, find you somewhere to charge for about 15, 20, 30 minutes. The surge is gone by then. So all the money you just saved, charging versus gasoline, you lost the opportunity to actually make good money. The money you make, because like I said, you go to a gas pump, you're going to be there for like maybe 5 minutes, if that. So out of an hour, you're there for 5 minutes, which leaves you with 55 minutes of opportunity to how am I going to work this? How am I going to work this? And you're going to eventually make a lot of more money with opportunity, whether it be a cash ride, a good tip, a short bang or something like that. You got 55 minutes to figure it out. With an EV, it's like, what are you going to do? I mean, you can't sit there for 5 minutes and fill up for only 5 minutes on electric charge. It's going to take you 20, 30, 40 minutes. And that means you got to drive to where the supercharger is. So you got to go find the suit. Then you got to come all the way back to where the surge was. Man, these EVs, they don't got the infrastructure for it yet. What up, King James? My brother. So yeah, 5% ain't shit. Might as well be 0%. Exactly. You 5%, you sit at the light, that motherfucker turn off. You be pushing that shit down the street. You ain't going nowhere. You pushing that shit down the street, man. They go, what up, Robust? What up? Since we're getting roasted, Model Y here. I do work smart, not hard. I made 600 on Saturday with less than 150 miles. There you go. Shit. 600 on less than 150 miles. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You got to be out there and just know how to get it, man. And a lot of times, like I said, even on Saturdays, with these apps, they've got, the bonuses. And that's where a lot of people keep it real. This is what kills me. It's like people say what they made on Saturday, but they won't say what they made on Thursday or what they made on a Wednesday, because the bonus is only included in Saturday numbers. That's the old school trick. Tell everybody what you made on Saturday, because it's a bonus in Saturday. So yeah, well, really, all those rides were, you gotta do a little bit every day. Like if they say you got to do 70 rides by Saturday, but you do a little bit on Thursday, a little bit on Friday, a little bit on Saturday, that really means it took you 3 days to make it. But I get it, man. Saturdays, it's hard, man. It's a hard day. Because if you out there on Saturday, you've got to wait. You've got to hope that you made enough money on, Thursday and Friday. You did enough rides to make sure that bonus hits on Saturday. If it don't hit on Saturday, it's going to hit on Sunday. And most people on Sunday, they only drive like a handful of rides. That's it. They'll drive like 5-6 rides. Was that? Jeff, notice Uber reservation is charging riders $30 more sometimes to go to the Terminal 3 versus Terminal 4. Showed this to a client. Now he's not going to use me permanently. Showed him also we don't see it. Was that? Notice the Uber reservation is charging riders $30 more to go to Terminal 3 versus Terminal 4. That's crazy. Showed this to a client. Now he's not going to use me permanently. He's not going to use you permanently just because you showed it to him. It's like, but showed him also we don't see it. So you showed him the game and now he's not going to use you. It's like, man. Yeah. $2,000 private rides, 2 days. Shay, that's how you got to do it, man. If you're doing private rides and that's how the way you making it, you got to do it, man. You got to do it. Because right now the apps are not paying nothing like that. The apps used to pay. Like I've got videos showing when the apps used to be like, I would drive Friday, Saturday, make about $1,500 with bonuses, rides, streaks, surges, everything. I'd make $1,500 in 2 days driving on the app. Got tons of videos on my channel of it. Now in 2 days, shit, I might make $350, $400. It's like, he's gonna use me permanently. Damn autocorrect. Okay, I see what you mean. He's gonna use you permanently. Okay. Yeah, because I was like, what? He's not gonna use you permanently now. What? I was like, I'm like, you just helped him out and he's not gonna use you? What kind of shit is that? Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean, brother. Well, that's good, though. That's good. What up, Logan Block? I mean, and that's what we gotta do. We gotta talk to these people, man. We gotta talk to them. And yesterday, I picked up a lady who I gave her my card. She actually retired from American Airlines. So she flies for free everywhere. So she's always going to the airport. She flies for free everywhere. She lives in Mesa. So it was an easy ride or whatever like that. But I'm like, hey, next time, if you need a ride or something like that, just give me a call. I to take you to the airport, bring you from the airport. She's like, yeah, I fly for free everywhere. As I'm always in the air because I used to be I worked for 25 years for the airlines. Now I'm always at the airport because I go everywhere for free. I was like, well, here's my card. I can get you to and from the airport. That's what we gonna do. He says, it's not, we're gonna block ban the fucker. Block ban. Block ban like a motherfucker. Where's Dim Dallas at in here, man? That's crazy. See, that's why Uber over here really, what was that saying? It was the, I said, I'm the best driver that I know of. Ricky said, I'm the best driver that I know of. You could be that. Nobody gives a shit over here. We don't talk like that over here. Knock yourself the fuck out. Say, what up, Jeff? Last night I was cherry picking, turning like 50 rides, work 3 hours, 30 an hour. That's what you got to do sometimes, man. I don't know how many I turned down. I just turned Lyft off at a certain point. It was getting stupid. I just turned that shit off. I was like, nah, I'm done. The Uber on some new level of bullshit. Yeah. And last night, there was surge all up and down through Mesa for no reason. Like, there was nothing going on in Mesa. I just think they just wanted drivers out there. Luckily, I took an airport ride to Mesa, and I was just plucking these little $4 surges, going 3 miles, picking up somebody here, taking them down Southern, taking them down Broadway. Everything was so short and so quick. I was like, man, that's crazy. Oh, Donna's in the house. What up, Donna? I see her now. Donna's in the house. Donna, you ready? I'm gonna put the link up for you, Donna. You better be ready, because everybody wants to know what the hell just happened. Hold up for a second. Let me see something. Donna's in the build. Hold up. All right, Donna. That's what you do, Donna. There's a link for you right there, Donna. Click that link, and I'm gonna bring you in, and you can tell everybody like exactly what you were like, what we were talking about. Because I was amazed. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? That's crazy. Yeah, don't give a fuck if the best driver, because we the professionals, 300. I know. Some people, they may be on the wrong channel. They come over, I'm the best driver I know of. I'm like, motherfucker, pigeons will say anything nowadays. See, I've had a lady before, and she taught me how to use the far doors to save people walking us out of the mess in the middle. Yeah. Nothing wrong with thinking no one is better than you. Well, the problem is, if you comparing yourself to other people, that means you ain't worth shit. I don't compare myself to nobody. I'm unique. So if you got to compare yourself to other people to feel adequate, that means you feel inadequate. And the only way you can feel adequate is to say, oh, I'm better than everybody else. It means you're a piece of shit, probably. I don't got to compare myself to nobody. I'm adequate with who I am when I wake up. Not even got to worry about nobody else. So if you're inadequate, I understand what you're saying. Uh-oh. What's up, lady? That's my homegirl. Girl, you wild. But yeah, I had to bring everybody in. I had to bring you in so you get into. I think your phone is echoing back. Is it kind of loud? Is my voice kind of loud on your end?
No.
Oh, okay.
Should I lower my
every
volume?
time I talk, I can hear myself. Yeah, drop the volume a little bit.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, because the echo is like crazy right now.
It's not on my end.
Turn the volume all the way down so you can't hear me. Let's see something. Because maybe it's...
Now?
Can you still hear me?
I still hear you.
I don't know what the deal is then. It's echoing. I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to talk. You're going to talk. So
well, ask me a question and then I'll answer.
Yeah, I don't know what the echo is. Yeah. No. All right. How long have you been a driver?
2 years.
2 years. And you started with Lyft,
Uber.
Okay. Now, what's your main regions that you drive in? I know it. I don't know why it's echoing.
Say it again, because I couldn't hear. My phone's too low. I got to turn it up so I can hear you better.
Then it's got to be something on my end.
Okay, now I can hear you better.
Okay. Hold up. This is what I'm going to do. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can. No, I can't do that. Can you hear me now? See, now I'm talking now because I muted yours. Now when I unmute yours, I can hear the echo. I don't know. Who knows?
But I can't hear the echo, and probably they can't hear the echo. So it's just you hearing it.
No, they can. In the chat, they're saying they can hear it echoing bad.
Oh, they can?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's something with your line.
You want me to go out and come back in?
Yeah, go out and come back in. Let's see what happens.
So if I leave, hang on.
Okay, see, now it's normal now. Let's see what happens when she comes back in. Let's see. So she needs a headset. I know it. We working on it. Let's see if I can put her. I'm going to put the link back in for her to see if she can find the link. Hold up. There you go. Yeah, because sometimes it'll do that. Like when people use speakerphone and when I speak or someone else speak, it'll pick up that echo. Let's see if it fixes this. Let's see. It's her mic picking up her speakers. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yep. No, but this is my homegirl Donna right here. She's cool. I want to say just use StreamYard only. Oh. So she's probably on YouTube and StreamYard, maybe. Let's see.
Okay, better?
I don't know. Hey, I don't hear myself echoing.
Yay.
I can hear you, and I don't hear myself echoing.
Okay,
all right, cool. Now we can keep it moving, because some people listen to this in the car and they be driving around acting like they're in the damn echo chamber and shit. So
I don't want that.
But I know. Yeah, much better. But so and Donna, she mainly drives. You drive days, right?
Yeah,
because you've been doing days pretty much. Now, when you first started, did you do Uber Eats? How did you all get started with this?
I did Uber for most of the time until they messed with my license, which I was a CDL class B, and then I took the CDL off. Well, I just let it run out, like I didn't redo the physical, and so they suspended my CDL part, but my license was fine, but they didn't find that fine, so they wouldn't let me drive, and it took like a month for that to resolve. But meanwhile, I already had Lyft. I never used Lyft, and then I just had to do the inspection on my car, and I went with Lyft, and I won't go back to Uber now because Lyft pays better.
Yeah. Now, what kind of car you drive? A Lamborghini, a Porsche? What do you drive?
Yeah, right, a Lamborghini.
Hey, Italian people in Lamborghinis. That's how y'all roll, man. You got Lambo Urus. Be real. You got a Lambo Urus. Don't lie.
I don't think I'd be. If I had a Lamborghini, I wouldn't be working for it. No, I got a Toyota Camry. That's my workhorse.
Yep. She's out there doing it the smart way. And I like I said, you like to do the long trips, because you always tell me all the time how you love to do the longer ones, because you get paid more for that. That's cool. You know me, I do the short trips. But about this whole thing on Lyft, because you was telling me a story about what happened on Lyft.
Yeah, so one day I finished working, I looked at my earnings and it says zero. I was like, zero? And so I looked, I didn't have a credit card on my my app. I just did direct deposit and did it like weekly, like I work weekly, because that helps me not spend the money. So I said, whose credit card is it? It's not mine. So I contacted Lyft. Of course, you can't get a hold of nobody. So I had to keep texting and tell them there's somebody took my money. And it was almost $300 for that day, and they took all my money. And so I ended up getting a hold of them because I went to the bank itself. I went to security. I emailed them, and they investigated it and seen, they knew it wasn't my fault, whatever happened. Yeah. I think it was an inside job personally, because how was somebody getting in my account and putting a card in there? So
exactly. And see, and that's what I say for Lyft, for them not to have any internal controls when somebody account has a switch or an edit or adjustment to it, it should go to like 3 or 4 people to look at it. So 3 or 4 people completely in different departments to say, hey, what are you doing this adjustment for? They should give somebody a chance to say, why did somebody just add a card to this? But
that's an inside job. Somebody who works for them is scamming the drivers, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yep. So, and there's no way for people to even know, like Lyft corporate won't know if me, because I'm working there, if all of a sudden I say, oh, I'm gonna change this card real quick to my card. There's no quality control showing that they're not switching drivers' monies out. Because you said you never had a card on yours ever.
No. And now I got my own card on there. I replaced it. Because I went crazy trying to find out. I didn't want to work if his card's on there, whoever it was. So I switched the card out and just put my card in and switched it. So then they ended up canceling all my stuff off. I had to redo it because once they investigated, they thought my card might have been a fraudulent one. But I emailed and texted all the info. I took pictures and snapshots of everything. So you always want to snapshot anything that's abnormal on your account. And because I Googled what to do, and a lot of drivers on there said, you're not going to get your money back. One guy said my dad lost $1,000, his whole pay, because they usually, whoever's taking the money will take it at the end of the week. But maybe that's too obvious for them, and they're just taking a little here and there now. I don't know what the deal is, but a lot of people on the Google said you're not getting your money back. when I was reading it. I'm like, oh, want to bet? I'm getting my money back. So
you
yeah,
you
I
gonna
was
call
like,
your
you're
cousin?
talking to the wrong person.
I'm
I'll
calling
go
my
to
cousin
Kingdom Come.
Tony Four Knuckles. Tony Four Knuckles is coming to your house. He's gonna break your kneecaps.
I just wanted to let Lyft know that it's an inside job, and that's why I tipped it off like that. I wrote them, said this is an inside job, so nobody has my information unless they work for you. So this
Yeah.
person
Because
works for
nobody
you.
ever called you on the phone to say, hey, we need to put a new card in your account or something. Nobody ever gave
No,
you
the
a phone
week
call.
before I did get a weird call, and I can't remember what they asked me and what they wanted. So I think somehow because I answered the call, and I get I get fraudulent stuff all the time. But
Yeah.
this I thought this really was Lyft. And when they called, they were asking me something about a ride and said cancel this ride, or I don't know what it was, but I was working, so they kept calling and calling, and I didn't answer after that. But they
Yeah.
got in by that phone call. So what happened? Actually, I had the phone number on my because it said when I read Google, it said yeah, somebody people call blah 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 blah. So I said I went back to that phone number that I knew that they said sometimes they'll call you and they won't be the real deal. So I called that number back, and it was their phone number. So I
Yeah.
don't know if there's anything to do with it, but I have a feeling that something, yeah, it's connected.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of times, like I said, and I believe that even the people that work at Lyft, because I've said on live streams before, you have never seen a YouTube channel or an Instagram channel of a former employee of Lyft or a former employee of Uber talking about how they work at work. They never talk about it. So, I mean, and all of us, we all live on YouTube. There is no channel out there that says, hey, I'm a former employee of Lyft. Let me tell you what's going
I
on. Or
know,
I'm
and it's really, and you can't get a hold of nobody
no.
there. It's really weird. And it's in San Francisco. So I learned a lot about Lyft going through that because it took me a good week before they responded. And they kept saying, look, we already got your message. We'll investigate, blah, blah, blah. I said, I don't know, well, this is taking too long. And I don't want this
Yeah.
person hacking my account again. I need to know,
Yeah.
what you're going to do. I don't want somebody else. I was scared, but they were going to do it again,
Yeah.
you know.
And I would drive
But
on it. If I knew somebody was taking my money, I wouldn't drive on it. I wouldn't even use the
well,
account
what
because they could get
happened
all your
is
money.
I think you should have a credit card, your own credit card in there, so nobody could put it
Yeah.
in another card on there. That's what
Yep.
happened. I
Yep.
never used a card. I just had
Yeah.
direct deposit. So they
Yeah.
probably were looking for people that had empty,
Empty
cards, and they
slots
could
on
put it.
there.
Yeah,
And see, and
that's
that's
how.
me, like, and that's how screwy mine is. Like, I think on both of mine, I have my actual bank account on there, like my deposit account, my cash account, and I should probably take it off and use like a card or something, like just in case they try to screw
Yeah, that's
something
what
up.
I
They
did.
only get that.
They took everything of mine off there. I had to start from scratch and get back on there, and then I just put my own card on there.
Damn. Now, how long
'Cause,
ago did this happen though?
2 3 weeks ago.
Oh, so this is like all recent. Like it
This is
just
recent.
happened.
Yeah, this is recent.
Damn. Hey, everybody out there, y'all better start looking at y'all money. Look at y'all wallet. Make sure. And like somebody says, hey, that's why Madman said
But
I cash out
wait,
after each ride.
here's the strange thing is ever since that happened, I keep getting calls from Amazon, calls from off fraudulent stuff, you could tell. And they're
Yeah.
literally calling me. And I answer on purpose now to see who they are and what, because I know they're trying to get my money. So I
Yeah.
answer just to say F you. Don't be, you know, you got the wrong person.
You be going off. You be going
I go off. I don't go.
like, listen, you fucking rascally kids. Like,
Well,
because you know, there's a bunch of kids
I
that think they
saw that
slick.
I saw it on YouTube. Some guy, or was it on YouTube? I was listening to some kind of podcast where the guy did get a Lyft or Uber fraudulent call too, and he
Yeah.
went along with it because people don't know sometimes. I brought whatever I did, I didn't know,
Oh yeah.
and so people don't know. And then he knew what he was doing. He knew this was a fraudulent call, so they were warning everyone
Yeah.
this is what they sound like and this is what happens. But I didn't know that until it happened to me. And
Yeah.
then, so
And
whatever
basically,
I told him I don't know, or I answered the call and I shouldn't have. I'm not sure, but they do
yeah.
call you. Sometimes
yeah.
Lyft does
Now, a
cost.
long time ago, the Driven Dad, he just jumped into the chat, but his name's Tony. He's in Colorado. He's got a video on his channel of somebody trying to do him like that. They were calling him, telling him, hey, man, hang up, put this card on your account. And he ended up scamming them so he can get the cancellation fee because he kept them on the line. And the caller that tried to fraud him went off. He was cussing him out. The fraud dude got mad because Tony figured out it was a fraud. So he just started screwing with him.
That one. That
was a good video. That video had me dying laughing.
Oh,
I was like, funny. Wow. Yep, got him. But
there's fraudulent stuff going on everywhere. My Amazon account. I just noticed after that, I've been getting a lot of fraudulent calls. So I'm not sure why or what I did that led them into, how they got my accounts. I don't know, but they're calling me now, and it's on the regular, and it started ever since I did.
Ever since answered that phone.
Ever since Lyft. They're calling me on a regular. They're like, sucker.
Exactly. They got you in there phone a sucker. Call her. She's a sucker. Like, motherfucker, I'm not no sucker. Watch what happens. Call me if you want to. I'm end up selling you something.
Well, a lot of people don't get their money back from Lyft, but I did. I was relentless. Relentless with
like
it.
You said, a lot of them were saying, oh, yeah, you're not going to get your money back. You're done. You was like, nah, you don't know me. I earned that money. I'm getting my money.
Well, it's just because they're not getting away with that. I'm not going to let them get away with that.
Yeah.
So
and like I said, and a lot of people, especially drivers out here, they give up too quick. Like, I'm gonna bring Nice Boys Win on in a second too, because I want to hear about his fraud story, because yours is very recent, like 2 weeks ago, like very recent, and it can happen to anybody. Because you didn't give anybody any information. You just looked at your thing after you finished driving that day and was like, wait a minute, I drove today. Where's my money?
So with the call I got prior to that, they said there was a problem with one of my rides or something, and to cancel it. And I think I did. I'm not sure the ride I was going into, but I was busy, so I couldn't stay on the phone, and I hung up. I told them I gotta go. And because I had somebody else in my car, they kept calling and calling, so I answered. And when you if somebody keeps calling you like that, don't answer.
Yeah, they up to something. They're desperate. They think they got somebody. Like, oh, we told her to cancel. Oh, she canceled. Oh, we got her.
But I had that phone number, so I called it back, and it was Lyft. It was their company.
Oh, it was Lyft?
Yes, that's what made me think it's an inside job. I said, this is an inside job, because it was the company.
Mm-hmm. Now, did they answer or was it like just automatic voicemail said, welcome, thank you for calling Lyft?
Yeah, you reached Lyft or something. Yeah.
And like I said, and for Lyft to see that and to see what happened, they probably investigated.
The number, I did the whole investigation, sent them everything. The card, the last 4 numbers that were on my account wasn't mine. I said, this ain't my account. Because they might think I'm trying to fraudulent something. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They might have thought I was playing some trying to get money out of them,
Yeah. But they clearly can look and see on your account that you earn the money. They see where it went to from point A to point B. They saw that, you had never used that account before. You never used that account before. So it's almost like they couldn't say that.
My history is direct deposit. There's no card. So
now, are you the kind that you just leave yours on there all week, or do you withdraw every day?
Every day now I withdraw. I don't play.
You said I got burned once.
That's the day. Click, just go into my bank. That freaked me out. That really freaked me out. There was zero like that. I was like, so what? It's like being in a horror movie. Dun, dun, dun. I was like, what?
I would have been hot. I would have been hot.
Because it was a good day. I was up to almost 300, 290 something. I'm like, that's a pretty good day.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden it's like, what the hell just happened? I know. Because and the thing is, like, a lot of people, like, I've been knowing you for a while. A lot of people, they haven't seen your name on the channel or nothing like that. And because you're just a straight driver, you're a businesswoman, you go out, you drive. And I have a lot of friends that are drivers that really don't get on the content a lot. That's cool. I know you don't get on my content. That's cool. But
it's a pleasure. I'm happy to be here. I'm a rock star. No, we don't know it, but I'm a rock star.
If they really knew. We always say everybody loves Donna. Y'all know. Everybody says that she's a rock star. Y'all ain't ready yet. Y'all not ready yet. You're not worthy. No. But seriously though, Donna, I mean, and I want to do something with you in the membership group though, because you do things that outside of rideshare. And we talk about getting outside of rideshare all the time. We talk about people, you know, ramping up, getting their investments together, getting out of rideshare. And you've got a very lucrative deal going right now. Very lucrative deal. Like,
well, I'm a cosmetologist, studied skincare for years, and I created anti-aging oil that just isn't for anti-oil. I'm an anti-aging. It's a moisturizer, exfoliator, and it works phenomenal. And I'm 60 and I'm walking proof of it because I've been using it for 5 years, but it does work right away. So yeah, that's my my business.
And you've also got dermatologists and doctors who have, you know, sworn by your product.
Yeah, so the people have used it when one of my friends in California, she went to her dermatologist, and he's been her dermatologist for 15 years, and she went like 2 weeks ago, and she called me. She goes, Donna, you're not going to believe this. I'm like, what? She said, my dermatologist was freaking out on my skin. He's like, what have you done? What are you using? Your skin looks fantastic. Your pores are shrunk. Your fine lines are gone. What are you using? And she said, oh, my friend made an anti-aging oil. And then he asked her if I was licensed, and I am licensed, and she didn't know. I'm like, so, but he wanted to know who I was. And I'm probably going to meet up with him. I was supposed to go actually this past weekend. But, you know, I had some car issues that had to be taken care of. So I didn't get a chance to go to meet him. But I am going to meet him. And and he saw with his own eyes. And I get my customers text me the very next day, like, oh, my God, it works. And it's just exciting.
That's what, and a lot of, like I said, we're all drivers and we're all using our money to invest in other things because we know that the apps aren't going to be here forever. Right. They're gonna get either regulated by the government. They're gonna get shut down. Something's gonna happen.
Actually, I just saw something that I just for the heck of it, I seen Lyft, so I checked it out on the Google, and it said Lyft and Uber they're talking about getting rid of, and I was like, what? I don't know if that's true or if it's a rumor.
That was up in Minneapolis, probably, because I've done a few videos about it up in Minneapolis and things like that. Uber and Lyft talking about leaving on April 1st. Well, they're thinking about it because the drivers want to get, paid fair, and the apps don't want to pay them fair. The apps want to keep banking on people's backs. So the apps are like, if we got to pay you guys, your true value and pay you more, we're leaving.
Right.
So I tell motherfuckers, get your business cards together. Start handing out cards to all these drivers.
Yeah, exactly. Because we made them billionaires.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I went after Lyft. I'm like, they should be refunding my money. They're billionaires because of us, people like me. They wouldn't even be in business. They didn't have us.
Exactly. And that's why we're going to sit up there and keep protesting and keep bringing the word out. Keep contacting, politicians, law firms, anybody who's willing to listen to a driver, because I think we've got the core information, just like your story. If they found out that these people have no internal controls, that they can go through and change any driver's information and start snagging money. Imagine if they did this to like 20,000 drivers, but only 1,000 of them had the balls like you had to keep going at them every day, all day.
Well, yeah, and Google, when I studied Google, they said they didn't get their money back, and you ain't getting your money back, they said. Everybody said they never got their money back. Lyft does not pay them. It's not their responsibility. I'm like, well, then whose is it? Because I'm going after somebody.
Exactly. Oh, we got a question from Precious Cargo. Says, does she have a website? You do have a website. Yep. Wait a minute. What is, because I'm going to type it in. What's the website?
It's Caroline's-anti-aging.com. Because I'm Donna Caroline.
Okay. And Caroline's is CAROLYNS.
Yes.
Then anti-aging.com.
That's it.
Okay. So I'll put that there. And you guys can see her product, see what she does and everything. Like I said,
it's a simple website because a lot of my customers are 70 years old and they're not.
That's what I say. Keep it simple.
They're not
my gear. Yeah, my gear. When I make my gear, I make it simple. I don't have
I do everything simple.
I do it simple. That's executive thinking. My boss used to tell me that shit all the time. I don't want spinning globes and dancing monkeys and shit like that. Just give me the straight. Just give me the straight and narrow. That's it. I don't want all this extra shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, but definitely good luck though. I want to see you really do well with that. And I think that there's a lot of drivers out here because, and this is what I say, because you're a driver, you understand a driver's plight. You know that we're around a lot of people. So drivers could actually be your marketers. They could be all working on commission.
I sell it out of my car. I sell almost a bottle every day. Because I'm walking advertisement when I'll be talking to these people like I was telling you, and I'm talking about the phones dialing, and they're like, "Honey, you're not back then." And I go, "Yeah, I remember those phones when and they're like, "Well," and I asked them, I go, "Well, how old are you?" And they're like, 55. I'm like, "Well, I'm 60." And they're like, "What? Where's your oil? I want it now."
Exactly. And that's what it is. Yeah, keep it simple, dude. And that's what it is like, once people start seeing it actually like in progress. And I was asking you too, I said, well, can men use it? I'm like, is it for men too?
Oh yeah. I like
because men want to stay looking young. I want to stay looking young.
My ex-husband's a black man. His skin looks phenomenal. I'm like, give me my oil back, dude.
No, give me oil. Well, see, I thought black don't crack. I didn't think we had to use oil. So your ex-husband's a black guy.
He's 61. He's 61, and he had acne when he was young, and he had like discoloration, and it evened out his whole skin tone. I'm like, how do you look this good? So, and then the woman who texted me 5 a.m. just the other day, I gave her the oil. I said, put it on heavily at night on a clean face so you could get results quicker. Because this is all organics. It's natural. It's exactly what your skin needs. So it sucks it up and it works. And so she texts me first thing in the morning. Hey, good morning. I know it's early, but oh my gosh, it works.
Yeah, exactly.
So cute. Yeah.
See,
and I get that all the time.
Yeah. Now, do you sell different sizes bottles? One bottle, like how much does this stuff
Just
cost?
one bottle, and the brown one, it's the exact same product in both, but I have a brown bottle for men and a pink bottle for women.
Okay, so. Cool. And like how many ounces? Yeah, and see, that's the thing. I want to stay young looking too. Like I'll be 51 this year. Maybe I can go all the way back to 30. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know why you didn't take the sample at least and try it.
Hey, next time I'll take the sample and I'll see. Like I don't know where to use it at. Like on my face, I'll probably because I know
it's very simple. Every day I use it, and the more you use it, it's just like working out. When you work out, how your body gets in shape, this does the same thing for your skin.
Yeah.
So
see, Mary up in New York, Mary says, I'm on your website right now. See, she's visiting your site now. She's checking you out. See, and that's the thing. Like, I was in a fire in 2015. I was in a fire and my face was burnt pretty bad. Wow. Like that's why I have dark spots over my eyes and stuff like that. 2015, I was in a fire.
Really?
Oh yeah. So, maybe let me see if I got this
property I met you on that I rented an apartment for you.
No, this was years before that. This was long way before that.
Right.
I'm trying to see if I can find a picture of it because a lot of people don't know that I actually went through a fire. Let me see if I can find this picture in here.
Wow, yeah, I didn't know that, and I've known you for years.
I know it. But it, like I said, it was an old ordeal that went down a long time ago. I had a garage fire. It's like an explosion. Here it is. Okay, so it was a garage fire, and so that's kind of like how my face looked. Yeah. See, like right over my eyes, those pink spots.
Yes,
those pink spots grew back, but they're dark now. Like that's why over my eyes, there's kind of like one of them.
That's why you need to use the oil. It does help even out the skin.
And see how my jaws, like my cheeks, were burnt like that. Like when the fire hit me, it burnt my jaws, it burnt my cheeks. All my skin grew back. Like it's almost the same color. Yeah, everything's and it just grew back. Everything's almost the same color, but there's a little like dark here. Oh, I got a little small pink line, like right over my lip where my lip was burnt pink. It was like, so I got a small pink spot here.
Well, but thank God didn't burn your eyes. Shoot.
My that was only like maybe a few hours afterwards. My eye ended up swelling shut. Like where you see the pink over my eyes, that ended up swelling shut. So my eye was swollen shut for a long time. And and like I know it's funny because I was in that explosion. I thought I died that day, but I actually lived through it. And I didn't go to the hospital because when I went, they wanted to charge all this money for all this stuff. I said, you know what? I just want to go home because I was tired. I was beat. Like I thought I was dead. So I went home and I went to Walgreens. I just started like putting antibacterial soap on my face and it was burning the shit out of my face. Antibacterial soap on raw skin. That shit burns.
So what burns, you're supposed to keep washing it and getting the dead skin that dies
because it was my skin was turning into goop. It was turning into goop, and it was dripping.
Gosh,
It was
Jeff,
dripping down my shirt.
you can't tell. You look fine. I can't tell
Like
now.
all of that was like
That's
goopy. My whole face
crazy.
was white, and it was dripping all over my clothes because it was trying to heal itself.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. So when people see me now, you can't really tell I was in the fire because my skin grew back like almost normal. No pink. It didn't. All the pink turned brown. I just got a little darker brown over one of my eyes. That was about it. But yeah, man, I got messed up, man. It was a big gasoline explosion in there, and I was like, man,
You were lucky. You were very fortunate.
yeah. And I was like, it was just one of those days where, and then my son, when he finally saw me, he was in Vegas at the time. So he flew out to St. Louis. He was like, Dad, you look like a skeleton. I was like, I know it. I look like Skeletor, motherfucker. I was, I'm scary now. Yeah, but no, that was the day I thought I was going to die. But see, and that's why maybe your ointment, like for the dark spots I got from after my fire, I mean, it's been 9 years. It's been 9, but it's still dark over my eyes. And it's over here.
Well, in this oil, the oil has an exfoliator, a lemon. It's a natural, very powerful. Everything in there is very high potent. So it took me 5 years to perfect this product. And there's nothing on the market like it. Like I told you, one of my I have a girl that gives out samples in California. She works for all the high-end skincare. She said, Donna, I've never used anything. She goes, I don't use any of the products anymore but yours. She just told me last night. She was using products, so it's got moisturizer in it. I made it so it moisturizes your skin so soft that the exfoliator naturally it falls off. And then there's a bunch of nutrients, A, E, C, all these vitamins that feed those new cells, so they multiply. And when you get older, it just, our body slows down. So you have to do these things to help your own skin. And people think I'm
talking about healthcare a lot. Even my man Dalton too. We've been talking about healthcare a lot because I had like teeth issues for the past year where I had to get root canals because when you stop taking care of yourself, your body's at that age where you got to start putting money into yourself. I had to spend $2,000 I had to spend to get my mouth fixed. That's a lot of money. $2,000. It's like
I spent 10. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly. So now we got to take care of ourselves. That's what we got to do, especially as rideshare drivers out in these streets in this sun, around all this smog and gas. We're beating our bodies up out here and we don't have health care. So we've got to start looking at how can we remain healthy? How can we even look healthy? I don't want to look all beat up. My man Jamil said he's a buyer. He wants to look young. He says, and Jamil, he's out here in Phoenix too. He says, I need to look young because I'm so damn ugly. Jamil looks young any damn ways. He looks young anyways. He's probably
people think I'm 45. When I tell them I'm 60, they're like, "Wow, guys that are 38 hit on me." I'm like, I could be your grandmother.
Like, hey, can I get your number? Like, you want me to crochet you a blanket, motherfucker? Do you know how old I am? Like, damn, you look younger than my mom. It's like,
they're like, what are you, 42, 45? I'm like, no.
Exactly, no.
Nice, they tell me you're too young for me.
Yeah, and that's what we got to do, and I like, how you are really digging into it, and you're really like, going out promoting your product, getting your product out, because one day you're gonna be done driving, and I want you to look back at all the drivers that help you out, and I want you to look back and say, you know what,
that industry, skin anti-aging, besides, that's $1 billion industry.
Yeah.
So it's the marketing's challenging. Marketing, and I appreciate this, you putting me on here and bringing it up, because marketing is the most challenging part of this.
Because we got women like Mary.
Like, help me with marketing. Yeah, Mary's help me marketing, please contact me.
See, Mary, she's up in New York. And so Mary could be like one of your
I'm from New York. Shoot, I am from New York.
See, there you go. That's your girl right there.
Mary, that might be phone number's on there, Mary. Call me.
See, and that might be one of your marketing reps. So in case she's not doing well in rideshare, she could join teams with you. And now she's making commissions and shit. Like, hey, we gonna eat somehow. We gonna take care of each other somehow. And especially with a small business, be like, listen, if we do this, and this, now you're eating, I'm eating, and it just slowly grows. It starts growing as a business.
Yeah.
I remember when I was running my mechanic business, I was hiring my buddies. I did it for 6 years out of my garage. I was hiring people to work with me because I had so much work. I had people like, you were doing serpentines and alternators. You were doing body parts a day. I was hiring people to work with me. Had people doing engine swaps with me.
I said, look, you ain't there while I'm down. Don't think you're going to be there while I'm up.
Real shit. Like I said, and I hope
me now. Don't help me when I get up.
I hope when you get rich and famous. I hope when you get rich and famous, you come back and you say, Jeff, I want to be on a podcast. Which I'm like, Donna's coming to my podcast. I was on CNN last night. I'll be on your little raggedy shit today. Like, yes, yes. No, but for real though, no, but like I said, we're all drivers and we're doing what we can to take care of each other, not only now, but possibly in the future. Because, you know,
yeah, and I just want to say to the women drivers, don't drive at night. Don't chance it. My girlfriend sent me a video with this woman who drove at night. Sure enough, a dude gets in her car with a ski mask and a hoodie on. And he killed her. It said this is the last time her family saw her. So it's not worth it to drive at night. You know?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's enough guys like me who willing to. We take days off so you guys can have day money. We don't drive in the day. You guys get all the day money. We'll take the risk at night and get the night money. It's a fair trade-off. We're bigger than y'all. So
yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah. Mary says, I work nights in NYC. Now, Mary, she's dangerous. She's like Puerto Rican.
Mary, be very careful. It's not worth it. It's not.
Mary drives around with an AR-15, a sawed-off shotgun, a machete. Motherfuckers get in her car. They think she robbing them. She's like, yeah, I'm kidnapping you, motherfuckers.
I got a serious deer knife right next to me, next to my shift thing. And I'm like, make my day, because I'll stab this. I'll stab somebody a minute. Her eyeballs be missing.
You're like, I'm making it home, but your eyeballs ain't, goddamn it. You messing with me today.
Well, if they can't see, they teach you in women's defense classes. If they can't see, they can't find you. They can't grab you. So you want to take their eyes out.
Yeah. Hear that, ladies? So you want to take their eyes out first.
So Mary, go for the eyes.
Go for the eyes first. Worry about everything else. Don't kick them in the balls. Go for the eyes.
Yeah, but it's kind of
working at night is kind of sketchy. Because I picked up people fresh out of jail, like they getting right out, and it'll be like, I'll pick up somebody. It'll say Shirley. So you show up and there's this big old black dude standing on the corner. He say, hey, you from Shirley? Yeah, my phone's dead. My girl had to I just got out of jail, man. It's like you pick up people like that all the time, and it's that shit can be scary. Yeah, exactly.
Listen, I know. Did you ever hear of Vail?
Yeah, I heard of Vail. Yeah, the medical service.
I got Vail too. I signed up for Vail. So, and look, everybody has their story, and I understand that, but I'm not risking my life. So I did Vail for like 3 days, and it was all addicts that were going to get their meth in the clinics. And I come from a family of drug addicts. I know all about drugs and what goes. And I don't judge them, but I'm not going to have a cuckoo for Cocoa Puff Jones in and attack me. He's having a bad day and he's jonesing. Ain't happening.
I'm gonna go for the eyes. You better back up.
So I quit Vail real quick because my life is just more important to me and my safety than anything.
Yeah. And like I said, most of us are driving because we like the freedom, we like the income, we like the no boss mentality. But like not only do you not have a boss, but you're building your own company. And you're using a lot of rideshare people as your potential clients. You're selling them things in the car.
Yeah, and that's again daytime. In daytime, if you got a business, those day people are all business people. I had a man do my business. His daughter left her backpack in my car, and they went to they flew on the plane. They went to San Francisco. So he got a hold of me and said, I'll pay you. I said, no worries, I'll send it back to you. He goes, Donna, what's your email? And we talked business the whole time because he was a marketer, high-end marketer. So he was giving me all this input. He helped me a lot, this dude. So he ended up writing a business plan for me. I had to put in changes to some stuff, but he did a whole professional high-end business plan. Now I have because of that man. He did, because you meet business people,
and that's worth millions. That's worth millions.
That's worth a lot of money
because that's what you give people who are going. Yeah, who's going to invest in you? And the people at the banks, they want to see a business plan. They want to see what and it has to be very well thought out.
Yes, it does.
Money, budget, forecast. Yeah, that's good. He gave you something very lucrative. You know what? And
he sure did.
Hopefully it works out to where you can get this business built, and you look back at some drivers and be like, you know what? I'm gonna get 2 or 3 drivers that I know they're out there, and it might expand. Because you never know, with us being independent contractors, that means we're independent to do whatever we want to do. You have a whole fleet of drivers out there who could be marketing products for us in some way.
Right. Because I do this because I want to give back. I don't care. I mean, I want to be a millionaire from this product. That's what my goal is. But I want to be a millionaire so I can help a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying.
I tell people my Uber that get in there and they're having a bad day, and I cheer them up, right? And I, I'll give them an example. Somebody has a worse day, or I've been through this too, but keep your head up. You got to keep going, And I give them positive, something positive to think about. I said, if you think negative shit's gonna happen to you. Don't think negative. You can get through this. We all go through stuff. Everyone has a story, and then they feel better. They don't feel so alone, And then I tell them. I forgot what I was gonna say. Shoot. No, but and I'll tell them about my oil, and then I go, look, I'm trying to be a millionaire, and I said, when I am, I'm gonna still drive because I'm gonna have bags of money, and I'm gonna hand some money to people that I know need it, and I'm gonna say, don't open it until you get out because I don't want to see them cry or be like, what? Are you a bank robber?
There's a guy that does it on YouTube right now. He asks people, do you want these shoes? Like, will you buy these shoes from me? So one guy was like, no, I don't want to buy no shoes. I don't need no new shoes. Man, I just want to sell these shoes so I can feed my kid. He said, I don't want to buy no shoes. So the dude walked off. The other guy was like, he was a security guard. He was like, man, he said, yeah, I'll buy them. So he was looking at the shoes or whatever. He said, I just want to feed my daughter, just buy my shoes, whatever. So the guy said, you know what? Here's $40. He says, don't even give me the shoes. Take the 40, take the shoes, sell them to somebody else. I just want to help you out. So the guy who had the shoe box, he was like, I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't have a daughter. I'm really not trying to sell no shoes. He opened the box. It was like $50,000 cash. And he says, this is yours. So he took the 40 and he gave me.
I want to do that.
Yeah, gave him a shoebox, $50,000. And the guy was like, I want to start this business. It was a fitness business. He was going to start with his wife and everything. He says, dude, my wife is not going to believe this. She's not going to believe that you just did this to me. It was crazy.
That's my dream. My dream is to be able to do that. I just want to give back. That's all.
Yeah, and it feels good. Thank you, Miss Jenny. It feels good to know that you're in a position to elevate somebody else's life, because it's not always about elevating your own life. You can do well by yourself, but imagine pulling up a whole circle. Imagine that shit. You know how strong you got to be to pull up a whole fucking
people
circle?
Crying in my car. I get all kinds of people saying this ride was meant to be, and they love me. I get tips galore.
Yeah,
people just
everybody loves Donna.
No, I give them love. I give them love. That's all. I give them love, and money can't buy love, really. But I want to give people money too that are going through a hard time. I hate seeing people struggle. It bothers me,
That's me. I hate people struggle because I've been there. I've lived in Salvation Army when I was a kid and shit like that.
I've been homeless before. I know.
Yep. Even as an adult, I've been homeless 3 times as an adult, and it's like you don't want someone else to go. I know I was strong enough to go through it. But
let me give you my address, Job.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry, they're homeless.
I know, and I tell people, it's like sometimes God will make us go through something strong because He knows how strong we are. He makes us His warriors. He says, "I will put you through it because I know you can make it through it, but somebody else can't make it through it. So I'm gonna put you through it, Jeff, because I know how strong you are. And now you take that strength and you put that into somebody else. You got to be somebody else's angel."
That's what I do.
That's why I got that big angel's number. I got that angel's number on my arm because hey, God says, hey, you probably one of the shittiest angels I got, Jeff, but I know you're strong. You got your sword, you got your shield, you out there doing it. You're never gonna get a pair of wings.
I told you, you're my superhero. Sure, I always tell you, you're my superhero, right?
Yeah. You save me. I know it. Hey, we be out there doing it. Hey, Nice Boys Win. You ready to get on, man? They tell your mama, said, what's up? Because I want him to share his story too, because he's got something crazy about these rental cars out there. I need him to talk about these rental cars and stuff.
So do I got to get out?
No, not yet. If you're ready to go, because I know you just got through working all day. If you want to take a nap or something like that,
I'll keep watching, but I'm gonna watch and relax.
All right, cool. Go relax. Well, thank you.
Everybody stay safe out there.
All right, and y'all, her website is actually in there. I tagged it or something in the comments, so it's in there. And hopefully, like I said, you get this business going. You can Mary. She's in New York. That's you might have to fly to New York to hang out with Mary. You never know.
I know. That was my mom's name, Mary.
See, there you go. That's my favorite aunt's name, Mary. See, there's something about Mary. Something about Mary. That's my movie too. There's something about Mary. She put that shit in her hair like that.
Of course, you remember that part.
Exactly. Just you got hair moose. Like doll. Exactly. Everybody loves Mary. There's something about Mary.
Too funny.
I know that's what's up. But like I said, safe out there driving. Hopefully you get out tomorrow, make you some money, whatever. But yeah. And thank you for sharing your story with us. Real shit. Thank you.
My pleasure. Take care.
All right, Donnie. Be easy out there. Take care now.
Right.
Goodbye. All right. Where you at? Where you at? Oh, here's Nice Boys coming in. As soon as Donna walks out the door, Nice Boy comes in. What's good, my man? What's up?
Jeff, first off, I just want to thank you for like all you do. Like I have like, even though like I'm in a rut right now, like I have this like renewed sense of hope that, hey, maybe rideshare is it. And there's
Thank you,
open
brother.
up my eyes real quick. Getting all these like private rides at the Laker game, at the airport.
That's it.
At Long Beach College over here in LA, like it gave me a sense of hope, and I sat down and told myself, like, yeah, like there's money to be made here, even though there are scammy. You
got to make it
out here.
Yeah, you got to make it. They're not going to give it to you, brother. You got to go make it, and that's what you're doing, man. You're making it.
Yeah. Just to introduce myself, like from one earner to a family of earners. I'm Chris. You might see me every now and then in the comments. Like I talk to Tulia, Time to Wake Up every now and then. Like I appreciate y'all. You guys give good information too. But yeah, like
man. I love it when I get people on and they trust the system of believing in themselves and saying, you know what, I'm gonna do this as a cash ride. Just like Daytona just say, you know, he just did a cash ride. This is what we do. When the apps are not paying you and they want to play us and they think they got us trapped in a box, no, we come up out of that box. We say, you know what, they only give me $18 for this. Now, oh, what? That's horrible, man. I paid $92 and do a deal, negotiate. You're an independent contractor, negotiate. And I'm glad a lot of people are saying that.
Goes with any other business. Like I used to have my own business too, and it applies to any other business in this world. You have to open your mouth and negotiate, get your word out there. Like I told my lady
Real
like
shit.
a couple of days ago, if you don't open your mouth, someone else will, and you would lose out. You would ask out on a deal or whatnot.
Yeah.
And I used to be in real estate, so like I would flip homes and stuff in like the Bay Area when the Bay Area was cracking, and like that's definitely the area of expertise where you got to open your mouth and you got to put your footprint in there.
Yeah,
otherwise someone else would take it, you know.
Yeah, because the way I look at it is we're not just drivers, we're business people. We're closing deals all the time. You have to know how to close a deal. If you can't close a deal, you can't do private rides. Closing a deal on a private, I mean, and sometimes you might get, you know what, I'm not sure, but you got to know, you got to have, a initial point of sales. Then you got to have, if they come back, you got a plan B with the point of sale. You can close that deal if you really want to get that ride done. And it's like, a lot of people, they're letting the apps close all their deals for them. Hey, man, we're going to give you $18 and you get mad. Oh, man, $18, man. And they'll take it. I'm like, dude, don't take that. Say you want 40 because the person probably paid like 70. Just tell them you want $40. And they'd be like, oh, well, shit, they might turn around and give you 50 or 60 just because you're willing to give them a deal. Yeah, that's it. Closed mouths ain't getting fed. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, like I asked you the other night, like could a passenger be as big of a pigeon as one of us drivers? Because I had one of these, like I even got reported for it, Jeff. I was actually listening to your to your live stream last week. This happened like on Friday night.
Yeah,
I was listening to your live stream, and like this dude was like, "Hey, man, you better stop listening to this clown. Don't take his advice." I'm like, dude, were you even listening? And then he said, as a customer, like that offends me. And I'm like, dude, like seriously,
I don't give a fuck about people's feelings.
Be offended by the fact that you probably paid $18 for your 5-mile ride, and I'm only getting paid $6 for it. And I only did it just because I was nice.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing. I think we're in the era now where people they say they really think they feelings fucking matter. I'm from the 70s, man. We don't give a fuck about people. People say, well, I feel offended. Nobody gives a shit, because if we got to walk around worrying about everything, if we got to walk on eggshells everywhere we go, we will never make it from point A to point B. I'm sick of people saying I'm offended. If you offended, then just don't fuck with it. Get out. Go do something.
No, this dude I'm offended by.
Motherfucker, stay home then. Stay home if everything's offend you. Stay home, because this is the real world out here. Give a fuck about your feelings. This is the real world out here. Oh, it offends me.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet.
Real shit.
Otherwise, no one else will help you out.
Exactly. Because I guarantee a lot of things that we've done on this planet offended somebody. There's billions of people on this planet. None's going to make everybody happy. You're going to have people who feel offended. The people who want to get shit done, walk past those raggedy motherfuckers. Don't let their feelings prevent you from making the money you need to make, from doing the things you got to do. If they don't like it, they can get the fuck on somewhere. It's cool. And I guarantee they don't make it nowhere, because people who always getting offended by shit always end up by themselves, because nobody want to fuck with them. They always got to walk on eggshells around them. I don't want you to offend me. And motherfucker, get away from us. Just get away. And that's how life really goes, man. I was like, I'm like that. I don't give a fuck about their feelings. I'm just like that. And they could be mad at, well, why don't you like, I don't give a fuck about you. Motherfucker, I was born in 1973. I'd not meet you till 2024. That's 50 fucking years of me not knowing who the fuck you are. And I've been just fine. So I don't care about your feelings.
No. You have a right to not be offended.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man. They fucking hilarious. These motherfuckers. Now, so tell us what happened about this whole deal, man.
Oh my God. Where do I begin, Jeff? I just literally came from the rental agency, right? Like today. That's where I was at. And then I heard you come on live, and I was driving on the ass end of like LA in La Cañada, in Glendale, La Cañada Bridge, mountains, which is why I had to tell you, like, give me a few, because like my connection is bad. But I went to I rent with AVIS, and like literally like today when I was there earlier, there were 2 people who were pissed off because their money got took. And they
were in front of you.
They're like literally like the next person in front of me was like I won't say like old lady, but like she was like kind of like your age, and she said like she had a car. She was working up till 3 a.m. She went home, went to bed, and she told me 6 o'clock the car was gone. The repo man up and took their car.
Wow.
She was there just to see if she can get her stuff, because she couldn't get her stuff. The towing agency wouldn't even let her get her stuff. And she was there at the rental agency just to see if it's possible, like, just to get her stuff back.
They probably want her to pay to get her stuff back.
Yeah. And
you gotta pay to get it back. You gotta pay to get it back.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
And yeah, like I first started renting from AVIS in June of last year, and I had like a Prius. Like I bought it like in the height of the pandemic. I bought it, and I literally drove it straight to the ground, because I was one of these pigeons who would work from like, I literally worked every day. Cuckoo.
That's a new good. Cuckoo.
But now I'm graduate. I'm slow. I hope I'm a sparrow now at least. But yeah,
we are elevating a little bit. We're ravens now. We're the ravens. We went from pigeons to ravens. We're getting there.
Okay, I guess you're a raven and I'm a crow. So like, I'll earn my stripes here, man. But yeah, like I used to be that guy who would like chase after all these quest bonuses, these bonuses that Lyft was offering, like 105 rides for an extra $90 or whatever, and I would like work to the bone to get it. Like I would work like 12, like at least 10 hours each day, every day.
It's crazy.
And when I bought the car, it had like 55,000 miles on it, and when I got rid of it, engine was already messing up, and it was already at 225,000.
Damn.
All within 2 years, I've gathered 200,000 miles on my car.
And just think, if you was making $4 a mile, you'd have almost $500,000 at $4 a mile. But if you're getting 50 cents a mile, it's like, nah.
Hey, Mr. Risher, Mr. Kajasaki, where's my check, man?
Exactly. I need a couple of, you missing some zeros, motherfucker.
Yeah, you screwed the shareholders. Why can't you're screwing me now?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I really enjoyed, like, I'm one of the very few who actually enjoyed my car. Like, I had a lot of good memories, and it really hurt me a lot just to get rid of it. So
yeah.
I was and then I was looking up like other options, because like I was just bummed that I was out of work, because like I would like, I have my own marketing business, but it piggybacks off of my Uber driving, which is part of the reason why like I would be driving so much, because I would be helping businesses, handing out samples to my passengers and say, hey, like, my friend is the manager here, he's offering a deal, go and visit him, check him out, but take a sample with you, that way you can have a taste of how his business is like or whatnot. That's what I would do. And I would work in LA, I would work in the Bay Area, I would work in San Diego, and I would be driving around everywhere. And then that was just my life, and it sucked because
it's nonstop driving. Just
I had a girlfriend, and like I would be missing out on Christmas parties, like Valentine's Day, and it ate me up alive.
Yeah.
And
that's why I left corporate America, because I was trying to go to my son's very first picnic one year, his very first Halloween party. And they were saying, well, we got meetings that day, you can't go to his Halloween party. I went to the Halloween party instead. People were calling, blowing up my phone and shit from the office. I went to the Halloween party. I was like, Jeff, you should be here. You should be at the Halloween party. Man, fuck that. So this is my son's first Halloween party. He's dressed up like Spider-Man, all the little superheroes around and shit. Man, they were so mad at me because I didn't go to that damn meeting. But I was like, I don't care, man. If y'all gonna fire me, fire me. They would not fire me because I knew too much about the company. I knew all the financials. I knew all the reports. They can't fire me. So I knew I had the power. I had the power to get up and go if I wanted to. We do the same shit in rideshare. I have the power to tell this motherfucker, I'm not taking his $18. You can give me 40. We got that power. And it's like, and people got to express that power to let these companies know, you can't fuck with us. We don't care about your titles. We're here for the money. We're not here about the title. Oh, well, I'm the director of, customer support. I don't give two shits. I'm not doing this route for $18. I'll do it for 40 though. So if you want to pay me 40, I'm going to take this customer from you.
They let that power get to their head, and they let the title make them instead of the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I owned a company, my own cannabis company at one point, and I was driven out. I was bought out by like 4 other of my friends. So that tells you how much loyalty matters in business nowadays.
Yeah.
And
they going for that bottom dollar.
And it just shows, like, all the employees that were under me, they're hitting me up and asking me, hey, when are you coming back? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. How's it like over there? And they said it was bad ever since I left. Oh, my mom. I think my mom's in the comments somewhere, but hi, Mom. She loves the fact that you shop at Goodwill. She's a big Goodwill fan. Both of us are 300, so we're
man.
repping.
I tell people that's where you get some of the best gear from. You can get some, cargo shorts, cargo pants. Somebody put something in there. You got to walk through the rows, man. You got to start going through the clothes. There's something in there you're looking for. You don't even know it till you find it. It's like Goodwill. And once you get it all there, you get a huge bag. You go home, throw all that shit in the washing machine and just wash it. And now it's all yours. It smells like you now. It's like, I love it, man. I love the Goodwill.
But anyways, man.
Now Kim was saying what rental place was it? Kim was saying what rental place was it?
It was AVIS.
Okay.
And,
so you're at AVIS.
And so like I went through the app, and then they're offering me options for rental cars, and then and then I picked specifically, if any of y'all like have the app on you, like you can literally go on the app right now, searching the to account, vehicle options, rental options, and you'll see like AVIS, $279 a week for an electric vehicle. That's the specific car I wanted, a Chevy Bolt. They're advertising that for $279. And when I went into for my reservation, they gave me a gas powered car and I had to pay $340 for it. So
instead of getting an electric car where you wouldn't have to worry about fuel, you end up paying more for a gas car. So you're gonna be coming way more out of pocket for this.
And I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I just want to go to work. So I took the car, and I was a good sport about it. And then like a couple of days later was when I used my own debit card just for them to keep on file. A couple of days later, I was down in the hole, $600.
Damn.
And I'm like, what the hell is this? Because I made sure as soon as I got to the rental agency, I dotted my I's and crossed my T's. I asked everyone. I even asked the manager, "Hey, you're not gonna like this 340 that you're asking for. That's all I need, right? You're not gonna take anything else, none whatsoever." And I was told, no, all you need is just a 340 and then go. And then a couple of days later, like they took out, like my account was like the 340 was the only money I had. I brought along with me. So I paid for the car. A couple of days later, $600 negative. And I was just like, what is this, man? And then they told me it was a pre-authorized payment that the company would take out just to ensure that I can pay for the following week, but it will be returned back to it. I'm like, mind you, Jeff, it still blows my mind. I tell my brother this, who's really good at numbers. He was an accountant, but he doesn't do that anymore. But I pass this along to my brother, and he's like, what? Like, what is this? So like, this pre-authorized payment, like, is an advanced payment for the
they
following
should have told
week.
You that. Yeah, they should have told you that ahead of time, that we're going to do an advanced payment.
Yeah. So from the get-go, like, I was playing the catch-up game. So
damn.
$600
so AVIS put you in a hole.
$600 down in the, and then it would offset as soon as I pay my rent the following week. So that's what happened. When I have the money to pay my rent, the pre-authorized payment would go back into my account and it would zero out until like a couple of days later, after I pay my second week's rent. That's when they would take the pre-authorized payment for the following week again. And it was a repeating process for about a month and a half until 4th of July. The week of 4th of July, if I remember clearly, let me open up my windows real quick. I'm like burning in here. It's like 80 degrees here in California.
Yeah, it was 88 yesterday, man. It was hot yesterday. It was 88. I was like, damn, it's hot.
While the rest of the country is like freezing over. But yeah, like these on the week of 4th of July, if I remember clearly, it was Monday last year, which was my my payment date at the time was Saturday, and take out this pre-authorized payments. So I pay my rent, and because it was a holiday, it got pushed back. So like, as soon as Tuesday came around, I didn't see that pre-authorized payment come back. I was still like $600 down in the hole. So I'm like, okay, it should be back by now. But I guess it's like
kind of windy on your end. I think it's windy.
But geez. All right. Yeah, like but yeah, like I gave it another day or so before to let the pre-authorized payment come back, and never came back to this day. And I was and on top of that, they still took out one more pre-authorized payment. So I was like, in the end, like $1,200 down. And I was just like, oh man, this can't happen.
They stealing from people, man. That's theft.
And then I had to move, like, of course, like I know some of you would be groaning and just like wagging your finger at me. I know. I moved on to my mom's card because I just wanted to work. I have like my girlfriend and 3 kids, and this is the only thing I do for work at the time. So like, I just took my mom's card. She was nice enough to lend me her card, and the same thing happened. Like, they took out a pre-authorized payment. It's like, fortunately enough for her, it was manageable. So she was like negative 100 because she had money, and I would just cover that with my driving, which was not a big deal. But the thing is, they added all these fees, like these toll fees that I don't even recall like taking. And on top of that, like random numbers that they just randomly like inputted, like $180 like on like a Friday night. And I'm like, my due date was like on Saturday. You're supposed to take it out every Saturday. What is this 180 coming from? And her own account came to the point where I don't know, like about negative 900. $800, and my mom was like, oh no, don't, like, I'll fix it, don't worry about it. So like I was just like, I felt like very like guilty. I mean, mind you, Jeff, like
Yeah.
my mom's almost 70 years old. She's retired and she's collecting like retirement.
Yeah.
And I felt like so low myself, like having to borrow my own mom's card. Like you guys don't understand how like demoralizing that is. All
Yeah, at this
because of
point, we
these
want to take care of
people.
our parents. At this point, we want to give back.
Exactly. That was my thing. Like when I first started Ubering in 2015, like that was when it was booming. Like I actually felt confident to actually support my mom at one point. Like I was living at the Bay Area at one point I was renting a house in Hayward near Oakland, and then my girlfriend at the time, she found this condo for dirt cheap. Like the other night you said like homeboy got like his own place for $4,400 rent in the city. And in South San, if you guys are familiar with South San Francisco, I lived across the street from the Costco and the BART station, the condos across the street. My girlfriend at the time, she found one unit for $2,300. So this is like
That's
a 3-story
cheap up there.
units. Yeah, that's
cheap
like
up there.
To the point. That's cheap to the point where you scratch your head and wonder like, what's wrong with this thing?
Yeah, like, am I getting set up?
Is this building made out of like plywood or something? But later come to find out I'm willing to bet like my whole like paycheck this year, this particular building was built over burial grounds. And like there are times where like
ghosts and shit.
There are times where like something funky would happen. Like one night I was working, and then my lady was like, "You better come home right now." And I'm like, "What? Who are you?" Like, I'm working right now. I can't. Like, you know me. You know how I work. I don't stop until the job is done. And then she's like, "No, seriously, you better get your ass home right now." And then later come to find out, like, she told me like she like on the bottom level was the garage. She went down for like a drink.
Yeah.
And she saw like she was peeking in through like her car because she thought the dome lights were on. And then she said someone was just casually just chilling in the front seat. And this was an Asian lady. An Asian lady dressed in like 1950s garb, like straight up Pearl Harbor stuff. So she ran upstairs and she told me to come home and check it out. And I'm like, I saw fingerprints on that was the same weekend where
I'm getting chills, man.
That was the same weekend where I would that was the same weekend where I washed our cars, and I'm very OCD about cleaning my cars. I will literally spend all day just to make it spotless.
Yeah.
I would like wax it and all that stuff. And then I look at the passenger side window, there were fingerprints on there. And I told her, like, you swear to me, look at me in the eye, you did not touch that window. And she swore to me she didn't touch it. She didn't even get the chance to even go near the car. She just literally bolted up to our room and just like camped out there. And like there's stuff like cabinets would open by itself. I was shaving one night, and then like I saw like a faint of a face like right behind me. And
shit, $2,300 is not worth it.
Well, like I'm a filmmaker too. I'm a filmmaker, and this is what I do in my filmmaking. Like I study ghosts, I study the paranormal. So I'm like, maybe this dude wanted to rent this thing to us just to get rid of it, and they happened to choose the right people. You know, like,
man,
for
you gotta get $2,300
I wouldn't mind it, but like
you gotta get like
this was the kind of ghost that would just like mess with you, you know. At least it's not the kind of ghost that would like throw knives at you or like haunt you in your dreams or anything. But
they just spook you real quick, make you jump.
Oh yeah.
Man.
We gave her a name, Akiko. Like, I would always remember that, Akiko. Like, I would even talk to her, Akiko. Like, this is gonna be my final night. I'm sorry, I enjoyed your stay here. But but anyways,
you gotta go.
like,
you didn't do anything like, you know, burn the sage or, you know, do anything different at the house? You just kind of like,
oh no, I didn't.
like, you know, let her have her zone.
I accepted her. I accepted Akiko as like another roommate, and like I believe, like, if a ghost claims a spot, you respect it. So I was just like, okay, Kiko, like, we stay here too. When we sleep, leave us alone. You can do whatever you want, just leave us alone when we're trying to rest.
Hell yeah. And damn, door slam, blam. Like, what the hell was that? Like, shit. Man,
but yeah, man. Like,
we used to do that as kids. We lived in Memphis. We had a few haunted houses in Memphis we dealt with. I mean, haunted houses that were like in the woods, that like woods grew around the house. Yeah, because people used to live. We had a lot of farmland in Memphis. Memphis was old school plantation styles and everything else like that. And I mean, there would be a house in the middle of nowhere. It used to not be like all trees. It used to be like open land. But because people left that house there for so long, trees grew up around it. So you could be just walking through the woods, kicking it, and you look, and it's like an abandoned, it's got a driveway, a mailbox. Like, dude, somebody used to live. I mean, it was like the scariest shit, man. Like, we wouldn't even go in them. We wouldn't, I mean, people would live there. They would live. It's like the shit you see in the movies. You just be walking through the woods, and out of nowhere, there's like a house. Like it's just run down like hell, but you could tell it was like a residence at some point. You don't go near that. No. It's like, go somewhere. Nope, I ain't messing with that. Nope. Say, I believe in that kind of shit. I'm out.
Knife juggler. I see your comment, man. Ghost better chip in on rent. That's funny.
Hey, for real, she be like, Kiko, you better come up with that Pico. Pico de Gallo. I need my cheddar. No. But that's why I want you to get on and let people know about this whole AVIS situation, because a lot of people who are swearing by rent. Oh, renting is the best. You know, like, renting can be a nightmare, man. It could take you down the wrong hole because you got employees that just don't play right. They don't play the game right.
No, they don't. They're just like what you said like earlier. Like, they're drivers being taken advantage of, and these companies will get away with it because a lot of these drivers, they're like, I hate to say this, they're like ignorant. Yeah. And they prey on. So yeah,
and that's what it is like because they know we want to make money. They know we're willing to take risks. They know we're, you know, willing to bet on ourselves and get out there and try to do something. But they say, you know, before this person has a come up and before they make good money, let's put them in a hole. Once you put them in a hole, they're going to have to dig themselves out. They don't like seeing drivers with a lot of money and having control over their own stuff. They want to put you in a hole. They give you these challenges and these quests that are so deep that you got to dig yourself out. And at the end, they're not going to give you the bonus. They're going to be short 5 rides, short 6 rides. You're not getting the money at the end. So it's renting is the rabbit hole. That's what I'm telling you, Daytona. Renting is a rabbit because it sounds like a good deal. I mean, it sounds like, oh, man, it's not my car. No wear and tear, no this and that. Cool. What happened to Hertz? Hertz got caught in that rabbit hole. And Hertz was like, you know what? I'm done. We're going to get rid of all of these damn rental cars. We're done with the rentals. And that's what they got rid of them, man. They got rid of them. So, Bighorn Kev's in the spot. Let's see what he's up to. What up, Kev? What's good, brother?
Hey, America, #1 first, man.
Hey, there you go. There you go. America's in the house. What's good? What's good?
Yeah. Oh, just kind of echoing there. I went through a little scam like that myself with not necessarily a rental car, but a title loan back in the day. And I learned, man, freaking do not ever do that shit again.
Yeah, I don't let people touch my money. Man, when it comes to money, dude, you got to learn how to like I tell everybody, get an envelope, start writing letters on an envelope, put numbers on envelopes. That's where you got to keep your shit, because even when you get banks involved, there's people at Wells Fargo, oh, I'm down to $62,000. What the hell happened? And nobody knows where it is. I mean, you start getting these places involved in your money, it's a slippery slope. We got to start taking control of our own
shit. When the banks go down and everything.
And one of the things I did learn, though, is like if you have pre-authorized, like I did have a pre-authorized payment, hey, you take somebody out, and then I would always pay a little extra just on the side myself to help freaking, you know, number the payments down and all that good shit and pay off the loan quicker. But
Yeah, I'm one of those
When I
people
paid
like me.
everything off, they had a pre-authorized, because I paid it off early. They were still trying to do in the pre-authorized stuff. So I'm like, So I called the bank and I said, hey, this loan is paid off. I am not authorizing any more pre-authorizations. There is no more pre-authorization. And the bank
it's
said,
paid off.
you
have
do
no
you have paperwork
liability.
saying it's paid off? And I brought the paperwork into the bank, said, here, it is paid off. Do not accept any more prepaid or pre-authorized payments because I'm not authorizing anymore.
Yeah, they start hitting you with that, man. They start hitting you with that. Forget that, man.
I've had two more scams. Had two more scams. One was my grandfather.
About like my thing with AVIS, like I would always like instruct the manager, do not use this card again, delete it off your file. And even though I was told that that cards are deleted, like my girlfriend's card is still being charged as we speak.
No,
I've instructed them at least 4 occasions, like, do not use this card again.
It's her debit card or is
it's her debit card. It's her own bank card. And like as we speak, like I'm still playing the catch-up game.
Man,
even though I told these people, like, do not use this card, please.
Yeah. And they keep going back into it, not caring what you say and just charging it every time. There has to be some type of, I don't know if this will be a small claims court issue because of some under a certain dollar amount, but there has to be like, documentation that you've shown of you saying not to do XYZ. You take that documentation, you follow a small claims court, you not only get them to pay for everything they took, but probably also punitive damages, because you can probably get punitive damages up to the ceiling amount in small claims. And I would push that shit and I would get it in front of a judge, because them as a company, they don't care. They just want to get money and they think you're helpless. They think you're not going to do anything. But when it all hits the damn gavel, when they say, oh man, this motherfucker took a small claim, he getting us for $4,600. We only took like $2,000 from him. He's getting us for $4,600 though. A judge might side with you. Now you got a judgment that gets them for $4,600. So, and let them know, say, hey, I want all of this stuff in writing of what I've been telling you guys, how you guys been still charging me and everything like that. I want to take this to small claims court. You might have to do that, man. You might have to do it. And see what the balance is for small claims in your area. But you have to cancel that card. Look at it. Yeah.
And another scam to be wary of is somebody calling you and saying they're a county sheriff and they have your grandson or they have your son in jail and you need to bail him out with a credit card.
Yeah,
they got my grandfather almost to give up his credit card before my grandma stopped him.
See?
And
oh man,
because he was like,
grandma stopped him.
Yeah, she was like, hey, what are you doing? Hang on, how come we haven't heard from anybody else and we're just now hearing from the sheriff? And so she called my aunt and said, hey, is frickin' Doug in jail? I go, no, Doug's right here.
Like Doug's right, like, what? You about to give up that credit card?
It's like,
He made a.
And then another one is too is I got scammed one time where I paid somebody, a supposed lawyer, off because I owed some money to somebody on a bill, and they called and said, hey, we're part of this company, blah blah blah, pay this and we'll your bill will be settled. Okay. Well, come to find out, I paid it and the bill was never settled. So every couple of years, about 3 years or so, I get a text saying, hey, this is so-and-so. I've got a bill for you and I'm going to come collect it at your work or at your home. And I'm like, well, do you know where I live? And I always text back, do you know where I live? Yes, I do. I'll be there. I said, what time are you going to be here? And they said like 11 o'clock. I said, okay, I'll be there.
Damn.
And they never show up.
Ballsy.
Yeah, exactly.
So then they call they text my mom. My mom calls me and said, hey, I just got a text from somebody saying they're a bill collector. They're coming. I said, Mom, it's a scam. Don't worry about it. They never show up. Don't send them any money. Don't freaking do anything. And it happens about every few years. I'll get that text and I'll just say, nice job, scammer. Nice job.
For real, man. It's like Donna said, there's a lot of scammers out there, man. People over there trying to get money, and this is how they do it. They sit around and these warehouses with all these phone banks, and they just try to hit up anybody who's falling for it. And if somebody falls for it, that's money in their pocket. Hey, I got somebody. I got a credit card number. I got a phone number. I got an address. I got a social security number. They going for any bit of information they can get. And once they get a hold of it, I mean, you better start playing defense real quick.
Once that prince from Nairobi gets a hold of you.
Mm-hmm. That's why I tell motherfuckers, I don't even answer my phone. I was getting calls today from somebody. I don't know who it was. Like, I don't answer my phone. They have to text me.
Yeah.
I'm 100% text message person. It's like, if you text me, hey, I gotta call you for something. That's one thing. But if you just call me, like cold call me, I probably won't answer it because I need a phone.
It's the hardest thing for me to get my mom and dad to do is, I told them, I said, hey, you've got all your contacts or all the people that are going to call you, you have in your contacts. So if it doesn't show up with a name that and just a number, do not answer it.
Yeah, don't
just
even
let it ring.
With it. Don't deal with
then
it.
Just if they leave a message, listen to what the message says. I said, and then call me and we'll figure it out. But
exactly. Yeah, just move on with that, man. Shoot.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make sure I got Nice Boys on here today because I know we've been going back and forth in email about it, and I want Torsten to kind of present that on his channel too, because Torsten and Nice Boys with Chris, we've been going back and forth just saying how we're going to get people out there to realize what these rental car companies are doing to people, because it's getting to where they're preying on drivers and they're preying on the vulnerability. We got a lot of drivers out there who really think they're employees and think that they owe these apps and that they owe these rental companies something. We're customers of these rental car companies. We don't work for them. They can't just be
a lot of times you're working Monday and Tuesday just to pay off the rent a car.
Exactly, and it's not worth it at some point. And like I said, they start hitting you with these deposits, man. It goes downhill real fucking fast. Shit goes downhill.
Yeah.
But man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's just a rat race. It's just a never-ending rat. Excuse me, never-ending rat race. You hit the nail on the. You struck a nerve with me the other night, Jeff. Like when you were talking about like retiring at 70. I'm just like. Imagine I started working at 16, so I got to be working 60 years of my life of just like, and I'm 35 right now. So like
35 more years.
I'm not even halfway through. Like,
yeah. They want to keep you in the matrix. They want to keep you locked in. And
I'm imagining myself like I got like emotional just thinking about it. I'm gonna be working the next 35 hours. Working 12 hours,
unless you work for yourself in some capacity.
And it's just like a blessing in disguise that I somehow stumbled on your channel while like zooming around on the rideshare guy with Sergio and the rideshare professor, and then I stumbled upon your video when you were talking about doubt it, and you're just declining rides like no one's business. And
getting rid of that shit.
My girlfriend would even say, like, you talk in your sleep now. You say doubt it in your sleep right now. And I'm like, literally, funny. Like hundreds
doubt
of times they say doubt it.
That's funny. That's funny.
Nope.
Man, that's funny shit.
Like,
doubt it.
I'll just like I thought to myself, is that a life worth living? Like, living for the next 35 years, working with Uber when I'm being fucked over by Uber left and right. Is that a life worth living? And I came to the point where I'm just like, no, like they're like it.
And that's what it is. And a lot of people don't realize, man. And a lot of people don't realize that we are just like they're bringing in all these immigrants and stuff like that. They need cogs to work the machine. Once we get smart enough and we get, wise enough and we get wealthy enough to create business for ourselves and industry for ourselves, we tend not to do what they want us to do, but what we want to do to benefit us in the short term. Because long term, nobody wants to work till we're 70. Nobody wants to work till we're 80. So we're doing everything we could possibly do to enjoy the life we can live right now. And I'm not working on 80 hours a week. You can't make me do that.
No.
Oh hell no.
And I'm the kind of person who does not like to be told what to do, especially when you hired me for a specific job and I have a plan on getting the job done. Don't peek over my shoulder and just like micromanage me. Just leave me alone and let me get the job done.
Exactly.
And I always had that stick. I had like jobs in healthcare, in tech, in marketing, And like at one point, like I was working at at UC Irvine here in Orange County in the radiology department, managing there, and I always had this stigma of being hard to work with because I was
because some people
I
like
didn't like
natural
being
born
told what to
leaders.
do.
Yeah, they're natural born leaders, and that's something that you can't. And people don't this is what fucks me up. People don't understand what a natural born leader is, but they want to say that some people are born gay, but you can't say I was born a leader. Like if I'm born a certain way, I'm born that way. You can't say you, like I said, if you're naturally born gay, I could be a natural born leader. It's how people's brains are developed. It's how our personalities are developed. You can't take somebody who's a born leader and make them a subordinate when most of the time they might know the more efficient way, the best way, the most courageous way, but you won't let them just lead and you won't learn from them as a young leader. Like I learned from my son. The only reason why I even have YouTube is because I listened to a kid when he was 12 years old. I always say my son was a natural born leader. He was always futuristic thinking. He's a big gamer. He loves futuristic shit. I listen to him, even though I think I'm a leader, I understand him because he's half me, half his mom. So I listen to this kid, and this kid's like, Dad, you got to get involved in social media, man. You're in a garage too much. You got to go get like, Instagram. You got to get YouTube. You got to get. So I said, okay, I'll get YouTube. This little natural born leader. Most people would see a kid his age and go like, dude, shut up, stay in your lane, play your role. I ain't listening to words you say. But he had proof. He came in with all this fucking proof. He was talking about YouTube and everything else. So when you see a leader, when a leader even sees a leader, you kind of already know that they're on some different shit. Like I was talking to guys the other day, I was driving and I said, the reason why the world works the way it does, because you need crazy people in it. Because if everybody was normal and thought normal, then we would always do normal shit. You've got to have people who think crazy, who think abnormal, who think like normal people go like, man, that's stupid. That's wild. That's crazy. I ain't never heard no shit like that. Those are the people that make the world work. The crazy ones, the outland. I'm going to make a car that runs on electricity. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. We use gasoline, motherfucker. Now we got EVs everywhere. We got electric trucks. We got hydrogen trucks. Somebody has to be crazy enough to come up with this idea. We don't have enough crazy people. We got too many followers, too many normal fucking people. You get the crazy people out there, the world's going to be a better fucking place. Because we got to think. We've got to do the thinking. We've got to think outside the box. Hey, there's an airplane can fly. Oh, man, a fucking airplane, that's a piece of metal. A piece of metal can't fly in the sky. Some crazy person thought it could and came up with it. They created a helicopter. Some crazy person created the internet, cell phone.
Even crazier person came up with a helicopter.
Exactly. Leonardo da Vinci, I think he came up with one. And I tell people all the time, you've got to have crazy, a little bit of crazy to become a leader. You can't be a leader if you're completely normal. If you're completely normal, you fucking fit in. That's it. You will never lead. You fit in because you fit in with everybody else. A leader has to be off. He's got to be like, you know what? I'm thinking out in fucking left field. And the people got to choose to follow him to left field or not. If you say, man, you're fucking nuts, I'm not following left field. Cool. Nobody follow Elon to left field. Elon is so fucking far ahead of the EV game. Everybody's like, why do we do this shit so late? You didn't follow Elon out in the fucking left field. You thought it was too crazy with it. He's too eccentric with it. So you always got to have that little bit of fucking craziness in your soul to say, I'm going to take a step into a area that nobody else, even the way I run this channel. A lot of YouTube channels are way too professional sounding to me, way too cut and dry. I came as I'm just going to run this shit like I talk. I'm going to run this shit how I am. That's it. And somehow it resonated with normal fucking people out there who thought, why do we all have to act like we're professional drivers? When I first started my channel, everybody, you don't sound professional. I'm like, shut the fuck up and get off my channel. Because I'm like that. This wasn't this professional channel. It's my channel. I used to be professional a long time ago in corporate America. You don't sound like a professional driver. You need to sound more professional when you speak. Man, shut the fuck up and stop talking to me, because that's how I am. So when you run a channel from your soul, when you run something from, it's different from everything else. We got professional channels out there. I don't want to copy nobody. I'm going to go out in fucking left field. You don't want to follow me? Fine. Fucking don't follow. I'm cool. But over here, we're going to learn how to do cash rides. We're going to learn how to step out on our own. We're going to learn how to do a whole bunch of shit that's not even app related, but life related. We're doing something to better our lives, not to better our professional driver fucking status. Fuck that. I'm going to make sure everybody's good. That's it. We do it in the left field. This is how we do it. People don't like that, but I'm like, I don't care. She ain't got to like me. Like, I don't like you. I don't like the way you talk. I don't give a fuck. I don't like the way you talk either. So what? What does that mean? Nothing. It means nothing. I'm like, I'm still going to go out and do what I do every day. It doesn't mean anything. So you always got to come with something that not only means something, but it has validity and what you choose to do with your life. A lot of people have invalid opinions of what the fuck I'm doing. It doesn't make a difference what they think, because I'm gonna do what I do anyways. Their opinion is always going to be their opinion. So you just got to say, hey, this is what I wanted. Like when people say, man, I don't think you should do this. I don't think you should be talking about politics, Jeff. I don't give a fuck what you think. Did I ask you what you think? No. If I want to know what you think, I would ask you what you think. Like, we speak freely over here. We're people. We're humans. There's things that exist on this fucking planet that we may choose to want to talk about. This is a channel where we can talk about it. Nobody controls this channel. You don't control the energy of this channel. If you want to speak on it, speak on it. Cool, knock yourself out. Well, this is a rideshare channel. We shouldn't be speaking about politics. Man, get the fuck off my channel.
Well, like, not only that, it's also the truth, the cold, hard truth. And a lot of people out there, they don't want to hear the truth.
Yeah, that's what it is. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to narrate your truth.
Jeff, like you tell it as it is. Cold, hard facts.
Mm-hmm. And see, and a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. The truth is that life is not fair. Life is not easy. Life is not cut and dry. Life is not going to be handed to you. It's a lot of fighting out that door. When you walk out that door, you're not in the safety and security of your home. You got to fight. You got to fight for it, because everybody out that door is fighting for it. You got taco stand on this side of the street, burrito stand on the other side of the street. Each one of them wants your money. When you're hungry, each one of those people wants your. So they've got to have a brighter sign. They've got to have more smoke coming off their grill. They've got to have lower prices. They've got to have bigger fucking tacos. They've got to have more meat. Everybody's going to be fighting for everything. And both people they're rightfully fighting for it. It's choice. And the same thing with drivers. We're rightfully fighting for our profits, like these corporations are fighting for their profits. If a rider gets in my car, I know $18 is not enough, but 40 is enough. And I know this person is paying 80, then there's room for margin in there. There's room for margin. Because you just took 80 from the airport, but you're trying to give me 18 from the airport. And I'm willing to take 40 from the airport. There's room for, we can work with that. And it's like, I don't want to take from the app. The app wants to take from us. So the apps end up losing on that deal, because we end up taking all of it. When they could be like, you know what, let's be fair to Jeff. Let's get his motherfucker this much. Let's be fair. They don't want to be fair. They want to take from you. So it's like, no, this is how we battle. No. And they're stuck. They're fucking stuck. Yeah.
It just reminds me of my writer the other night. Like, I'm offended by this podcast. I'm like, motherfucker, go to LAX airport. Go to LAX airport. Go to the international terminal, the furthest end of the airport. Ask for a ride to the Holiday Inn, which is like half a mile. And there are constantly passengers who are walking up to my window. I don't have my sign right here, but like I have like a marquee sign that says, we'll do cash rides, 30% cheaper than Uber and Lyft. Ask me for a quote. And I have an arrow pointing to my window. And there will be people who will be coming up to my window and asking me, okay, I need to go to the Holiday Inn. I need to go to the Hilton down the street, literally down the street. It's walking distance. And these motherfuckers will be charging $27 for a ride walking distance. And
damn.
I'd be
like, man, 10, 15 bucks, man, 10, 15. Let's go.
I've never seen the price go below $20. And
that's crazy.
I tell my passengers, like, I show them my screen on the Lyft app. Hey, like, the ride to the Holiday Inn is gonna cost you $28. So I'll leave the ball in your court. You can pay them $28, or you can come with me. I'll give it for $12, because I'll be lucky to see anything more than $7 out of it.
Exactly.
So you and I will win if you come with me.
Yep. On the apps, you're not getting nothing.
I get $5 on top of what I would get from Lyft, and you save like half the price. So the choice is yours, and they usually roll with me.
Yep.
And it's it has been a repeating process for the past I started listening to you like the week after Super Bowl, Jeff. So like almost a month now. That's been a repeating process, and it's been working. And
it's money, man. It's money.
Yeah.
Because the money is out there for people who want to go get it. There's people who are sitting around and they don't want it. Like, I know the areas I go, I know the regions I do, people that know my car because they've seen it so many times. They know that I'm here to make money. They know I'm here to work. They know I'm going to give them a better deal than what these apps are giving. And when they see me or they talk to me, it's all good. But there's a lot of people out there that want you to stay broke because they don't want to get off the plantation. So they want you to stay on with them. Don't go nowhere, man. Stay with us. Just stay on the app, man. Fuck you. Because we might not live the same. We might not have same ambitions in life. So it's like, I'm gonna go try to do some other shit. I'm trying to, you know, stack some money, stack some paper, because I want to invest in something else so I don't have to do rideshare no more. I may want to be out of rideshare within the next 2-3 years. Because if in 2030 they talking about going EV and I'm not buying no fucking EV, then they going away from me. They may be like Minneapolis and say, we're just gonna pull anchor and we're gonna come out of your city. They might leave Phoenix for all I know. If they do, my business card is floating all over Phoenix. People gonna get a ride because I'm already preempting their strike. So if you know how they're gonna hit, you stay ahead of where they're gonna hit us at. They don't want us giving out cards. They don't want us talking to riders or being transparent.
No. I mean, I don't know if this is a thing with you, Jeff, or you, Kevin, but I think these apps are catching up to me. Like, I don't know if they're mining my data or whatever, but ever since this weekend here in LA, I've been getting nothing but like $3 rides, $4 rides, $3 a mile rides, $4 a mile rides, when usually like it's like $1 a mile. And then that's when I guess you, Jeff, you chimed in and said like, oh, they're trying to get us off cash rides. And I'm like,
that's what it is,
well,
man.
Whatever it is, it's working. But like, I'm thinking they're like peeking in my data or whatever, because they know I'd be like declining, doubt it. I'll go through like literally like 100 rides before I accept one like good ride. And right off the bat, like, I don't know if it's because the Oscars were here and they needed drivers out there, so they tossed that bone to me. Like, I'll give you this ride, this 8-mile ride for $20.
They got margins to work with. They got margin to work with. And that's where they're trying to find the point of equilibrium, to where drivers stop driving or passengers stop paying. They're looking for the equilibrium. Once they say, okay, a rider's willing to pay us $70 for this ride, and the driver's willing to accept as low as $25. So we've got, you know, $45 of margin to work with. That's a profit of $45 we're making. Once we stop taking for 25, we start boosting it up. Or if they don't boost us up, we set our own cash price. They end up with nothing on that ride, and we end up with 100% of the profit. That's when they're going to realize, when the margins are too high like this and this, they're out getting cash rides. But as long as we pay this driver $3 a mile, $4 a mile, they won't convert to a cash ride. It's when they're trying to do the $1 a mile, 70 cents a mile, 50 cents a mile. We won't touch it. We'll convert that shit real quick. And it's like, the apps are realizing that, because the algorithm knows. The algorithm runs a percentage. They can run calculations and ratios super fast. And they'll go, you know what? They'll go, you know, the average ride offered at this price, taken at this price, blah, 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 is usually declined or canceled. And the rider either doesn't contact us back, which means it was probably a cash ride, or the rider contacts us back. I mean, they've got all that data, all of it. And it's real-time, super fast data.
If I only knew for sure that Dara Khosrowshahi or like John Risher was listening to this very stream right now, I'll ask them this, like, why mess with the algorithms when you can just give us the money straight up? Cut all the bullshit. Let us have the money. There wouldn't be such thing as cash rides right now if you took care of us.
And the thing is, even when I first got my Jeep back in 2019, I was doing cash rides back then because I knew my Jeep was worth too much for what they were willing to pay me. I mean, I was doing desert rides. I was doing rides from Tempe to Scottsdale cash. I was doing cash rides since then because they weren't paying me what I thought I was worth.
No,
that was just X. That my Jeep was Uber X.
Oh, hell
so no. and it was basic Lyft. And that's, like I said, the way I got that Jeep set up, if it was a newer Jeep, it'll be like $60,000, $70,000, because it's an older Jeep, it's not that much. But the way I got it set up is a sick ass Jeep, loud ass sound system, lifted. I mean, you open the doors, all the stairs drop down so you can climb up in there, LEDs inside and outside. It's a sick supercharge on that motherfucking Jeeps. Don't even come supercharged. That's a sick ass rig. They won't be paying me on the app. That's why I took my Jeep off the apps. It's not even on either app now because it's not worth it. When somebody knows me and they're my client, I'll show them the pictures of the Jeep in there. The next time they call me, that's what they get. Because I'm not stupid enough to put that to let them motherfuckers sell that Jeep
on your car only to get paid.
Yeah, $1 a mile.
That's a shame.
70 cents. Like,
I mean, you did all that work on your car. You have all those you get all those bells and whistles on your car for the passengers to enjoy, just to get paid the same amount as someone who's renting from AVIS like me or like
just a basic car.
I mean, that's just highway robbery right there.
Yeah, and the apps know that. And they're out here selling nice Priuses, Jaguars, Maseratis, Beamers. They're selling all these cars for the most basic ass shit out here. And I'm like, if you knew your Mercedes, E320 or S420 could make X amount of dollars because this person's willing to pay for it, then get it, because the apps ain't stupid. The apps are like, oh, you can get a nice clean sedan. You can get a super clean sedan, this and that, for $49.99 right now, but they're only giving the driver $17. I'm like, if you don't go get $30 from these motherfuckers cash, just $30 cash for the ride. Just don't even play with these apps. Don't even mess with them. The apps are going to have to start changing. They're going to have to start changing their game plan and saying, listen, we can't sit up here and keep offering these people pennies because these rides are being canceled and the rider is never contacting us back for another ride again. They're doing cash rides now. There's less revenue in their pockets. So either they're going to take a little bit of revenue by being fair with the fares, or they're going to get nothing at all. That's the direction this industry is going into. Yeah, that's just how it is.
I was on a Uber town hall this morning.
Yeah.
And it was kind of funny. There was a guy that was like, I've had customers ask me, can they request a rider? And the guy was kind of like, well, no. And thank God I was muted, because I was just like, cash rides, cash rides.
Exactly. People have asked me that all the time. Is there a way I can request you through the app? I'm like, no, but here's my card right here.
Dummy.
Yeah.
It's like, no, because don't ever request me to, because once the app realizes that that's one, and I think Uber or Lyft, one of them has where you can make somebody a favorite driver. You can put them as a favorite or something weird like that. To me, and that to me says that these apps are willing to sell us, like I said, as a favorite slave. They're going to pay us more for doing upgraded customer service to where somebody wants to request us. They're just going to say, hey, you know what? This is their favorite slave. Next time, charge her a little bit more and don't give them the tip. Keep the fucking tip from them.
This is your favorite borough.
Money on us. Exactly. They're going to be making money on us. So I'm like, why not just make money on myself? I don't need y'all to sell me. I can sell myself. I know how much I'm worth. So it's like.
That reminds me of like all these stores that has like a pick, like a cashier's pick of the week. Oh, like we have your slave of the week over here.
Yeah, exactly. Slave of the week, motherfucker. I know it. Motherfucker take 30-cent a mile rides. He's taking 40-cent a mile rides. It's like, shit, not me. He's like, nah. And even at the airport last night, there were so many people. And this is the thing. When I pull up to the airport, like I pull up the American Airlines lady, it was a really good ride because I had that $10 surge on there for that ride. So I pull in, everybody's fucking eyes. My car is rarely at the airport. Rarely. People eyes fucking light up. I picked up a guy from the airport last night. He had a ride right over here to the thing. And I think it was like $12 for like 4 miles, something stupid like that. But he has a BMW motorcycle, has a BMW car. He drives a BMW X5. This dude's all about BMW. And my BMW shows up to pick him up. He was like, we don't have this color in Saudi Arabia. He's from Saudi Arabia. He's like, we don't have this color. I was like, oh, this is sunset metallic. Yeah, he's like, we don't have this color in Saudi Arabia. This is a nice color.
Make that money.
Yeah, he was like, this is a nice color. And we were talking motorcycles because I was like, oh, yeah, I know the cafe style. They got the KTM Super Duke. You got all the Yamahas. He's like, yeah, I got a cafe, a dual sport. He's got a BMW dual sport with the heated grips, adjustable suspension, all that shit. So we talked motorcycle the whole time. He was like, man, I love riding with bikers and all that. So another cool guy that comes over from Saudi Arabia gave him my card. He comes to Phoenix every once in a while. But it's like, those are the kind of people that, that appreciate the vehicle that you're riding in. When I pull up to the airport, everybody lit up like, what the fuck is this? Like a Beamer? Like, hold up. Because I keep that motherfucker shining, clean.
That's like everybody with me. Everybody with me is like, they can't believe the car is this big.
Exactly.
They're like, wow, man, you got a lot of room in here. I said, yeah, especially with me being a big fella.
Hell yeah.
You got a lot of room in here.
They used to get in small cars and stuff like that, man. But you gotta, like I said, we've got to be willing to sell ourselves and know our own worth. If we don't know our worth and we allow them to state our worth, we're no better than employees. We're no better.
Yeah, that lady that you had, Jeff, I've had her before. I know for a fact I've had that stewardess.
Her name was Paula.
Retired stewardess?
Yeah, she's a retired stewardess. Her name's Paula.
Yeah, she flies with American. She always flies American.
Yep, she was an American stewardess. Her husband used to be a mechanic for American.
Yeah, and she's the one that told me, hey, if somebody flies American and they're just checking in, they're not, checking any baggage in, take them to the door 22 and then get off right here, and they don't have to walk and they don't have to sit there in that freaking mess in the middle. You just go to this door right here and tell them walk through there and make a left. Boom.
Were you were
said if they got Southwest, send them at the first door to the other end. Boom.
See, you were
I tell you what,
I was picking her up. Yeah.
Yeah, freaking. gets me in. I mean, that little trick right there gets me in and out of freaking Terminal 4 so fucking fast.
Oh yeah, I don't mess with them terminals out there, man. And Kev, you were saying something earlier about Terminal 3 or 4 being $30 more or something weird like that.
Because at the end of July, my parents and I and my brother and sister-in-law are all going down to Puerto Vallarta. So I was already trying to, because they're like, my parents were like, well, shit, how are we going to get to the airport? Our Uber driver's freaking going with us. That's me. And so I started looking. I was like, well, I said, we'll just take Uber. You know, and, we're looking at Alaska, and then we're looking at American and Southwest. And I just happened to see, and I hit Alaska, and it was like $73 for my parents' house. When I hit American, it was $36 for my parents' house. Terminal 4 versus Terminal 3.
Damn. And it's like, nothing. It's both side by side.
And I'm like, they're less than a mile apart.
Yeah.
That's $30 a mile.
Dude,
do you think we? And I told my mom, ridiculous. I said, we won't see that.
Nah.
No.
The passenger's gonna pay for that, and I'll be like, "No, you might want to stop at Terminal 4. Don't go all to Terminal 3. Just stop at Terminal 4. Give me $10, and I'll take you to Terminal 3."
Like, yeah, I mean, it was just like, holy shit!
Oh Jesus,
man!
So yeah, when I see people at Terminal 3 now, I just ask them, I say, "Hey, I even get them in before I even hit OK, you know, whatever." I was like, "Hey, just curious, how much are you paying for this?"
Yeah,
and you know, I showed because I showed the one guy on the app. I was like, look, you're paying $30 more for me to take you 1 mile further.
See,
he's like, are you shitting me?
I want to find out tonight, like what Lyft's running tonight.
That is scandalous right there. That is ridiculous.
Like, yeah, it's nothing going on right now except Tempe.
Over there in Phoenix, huh?
Yeah, downtown Phoenix is like kind of going red right now at like $6.25. So it's like $6.25 or $3.25 downtown Phoenix. Not a lot going on. It's only 6:30. So yeah, it's not.
So you know, I told him, hey, I'll do it for $30. Freaking, that's usually what I charge to go to the airport. $30. Exactly. He's like, sure, that's cool. And he goes, you know what? From now on, he goes, you got a card, right? And I said, yep, here you go. He goes, from now on, you're my driver.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man.
And he goes, do you mind picking me up? I said, no. I said, you live right by me. So, yeah, I can just tell me when you land. That's when I'll leave to come pick you up. Freaking. Because usually that's what I do with my parents. As soon as they tell me they've landed, I head from our house to theirs, to the airport. They're calling me already. Hey, we're outside. I said, yeah, here I am pulling up.
See, in these apps, they're going to lose out because the game they're playing is dangerous. They're playing for all the lawsuits they got to deal with. All the expenses they got to deal with. They're trying to do all this on drivers' backs. There's something in Phoenix right now where they're paying somebody a $700 bonus to do 140 rides in the next 30 days. So you're getting an extra, you're getting an extra 700, but you got to do like another like 140. It's something weird like that. It was some ungodly number. The rides aren't that good. They're going to give you a bunch of nature hikes.
You're going to wear your car out
every day.
Yeah,
that is torture right there.
And I'm like, man,
just
and I tell
$700.
Yeah, with all these challenges and all these bonuses and shit like that. I mean, cash rides, you'd kill that in about 5, 6, 7 cash rides. You're done already. You're done. But yet they got people driving 30 days trying to make this money, and they're pushing people's brains to think if you get on this app and you drive 30 days, we'll take care of you in 30 days. And I'm like, I'll tell you what, if for the next 7 days you stay on your motherfucking grind, you go up to this rental car place, you sit outside, and you take everybody from the rental car place to the airport. You go sit over here, you take everybody. You can make way more than anything these fucking apps are offering you, but you got to do the work. You've got to get out. You've got to speak. You've got to give out your card. If you're not willing to do the work, you're not going to make the money. You ain't going to catch me driving 12, 13 hours a day. No, fuck that. I could do this shit in 5, 6 hours. These guys out working 12 hours. I'm like, we can do that in 5 or 6.
Yeah, because that's what I can't understand.
Yeah, I'm willing to get out and speak.
Oh yeah, so get out and speak. Like that's how I got into the game. That's how I started spreading word about my business. Ride with Ray. Like my boy Tom, like he's a bouncer at one of these bars here in Long Beach, and I told him, like, you know what, I know you be like dealing with like all these drunk asses that get out of control, and you gotta get rid of them sometimes. So here's my card. Give me a call. I'll take care of them and I'll take them home. Just Just don't worry about it. I'll talk to your supervisor later about payment. Just give me a call, bro.
And we got to be willing to pay finder's fees to people. We got to be willing to say, you know what, I'm willing to do this ride. Yeah. I know I'm getting paid more than what Lyft or Uber would pay me, so I can afford to give you a little bit of this, you know, just for helping me find this ride. I can afford it. I'll just cash app you, you know, $5-10. And if this bouncer does, let's say 10 rides a day, he just finding a ride for 10 rides, and that's get $10 a ride. He's making $100 just for telling people to come people up. That's an extra $100 in his pocket. He ain't even doing shit. Just say, hey man, can you come pick this dude up? Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
$10.
Yeah,
these bouncers out there, hotel people, everybody can make money.
Yeah, that's a piece of marketing like that I apply on myself. Like I gave him my business card, I gave him an extra $10 and told him, my boy, like, get yourself dinner on me tonight. If you need to get rid of someone and send someone home or 86 someone, let me know, I'll take them home. And he took my card. He was very grateful about it. And like, you'll see me, like, I don't know if any of y'all are from Long Beach area. Like, I just camp out there at Boomers on Lakewood Boulevard, where my boy works at, just waiting for him to like throw someone out. Like,
yeah, Jenny said I was saying Jenny said she's got 145 rides for $370, and she got to do it in 4 days though. 145 rides, she's got 4 days to do it. That's almost 50 rides a day.
They're locking you down. Now they're locking
more than 60.
Day limit.
Yeah, that's a little over 30 rides a day, about 30-something rides a day. You've got to do over 30-something rides a day. And that's
I could barely do 30 rides in a weekend.
You might do 25, 26 a day, because they're going to start shooting you nature hikes and crazy shit. You're not making that challenge. And at the end, you're going to be stuck needing, like, you know,
for sure.
Yeah. And for me, it's not worth it, because I got a $30,000 car. I know the deductible on these apps is $2,500. And you're going to get $370. You're going to get $370, wreck your shit, and need to come up with $2,500. So, and even if you get into a wreck and your money's on the app, they might deactivate you while your money's on the app, so you can't even get the money you earned. So you're going to wreck your shit. You're going to wreck your shit, need the $2,500. Be like, well, at least I made $370. Well, that means you got to come up with another $2,130 now. You're only getting the $370 bonus. You got to come up with $2,170. It's going to be hard to do. People are not seeing, you know, driving balls to the walls out there. Wrecks happening left and right every day. There was just a lady, you know, in Phoenix. She was on 51st Avenue in the 10 the other day. 51st Avenue in the 10. This lady and her kid, 5-year-old kid, cruising down 51st Avenue. Drunk driver. Didn't take Uber. Drunk driver killed the lady. Her son is now in fucking ICU right now. And this is just right not too far from where I am. This just happened the other day. We have this shit all around us all day, every day. The less I'm out on this road, the better I feel, because I can get out there, make my money, and get my ass home. Park that car. Ain't shit happening with that car there. You got these idiots. I'm out there for 10 hours, 12 hours. People are dying out there in the street getting hit by drunk drivers. I'm not trying to be like that for no $300.
You could possibly kill somebody. 12 hours of driving, man.
Exactly.
Going balls to the wall.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like,
you can never tempt fate like that.
Freaking over-the-road truck drivers don't even do that shit. Well, some do, but you know.
Man. Look at that. This is funny. Madness is 145 cash rides, 10 minutes a piece, is $1,450 minimum. Use your head. Real shit.
Yeah, no shit.
I'll tell you, if you do all them cash rides, I'm telling you, you can make all your money in cash rides. You're trying to make $370, but you can make $1,450. And that's the thing. You can make
killing it.
Dude, I'm telling you, he can do that. If you say, I'm going to do $145 cash rides, $10 a piece, you making $1,450 right there, and you ain't going nowhere. They're $10. I'm like, dude, just be like, hey, you know what? $10 all week, $10, $10. I'm going to do $10 short rides all week, $10. You can do 145 those in 7 days. You only doing like 20 a day. So you doing all short hops, just kicking back. So you done made $1,400. You ain't used no gas. I guarantee. With rides that short, you ain't using no gas. And you just made almost $1,500 not using the app, sitting around. Yep, $10.
You can just chill at home for that other time that you would have been on the app.
And that's only $10 a ride. And you know, if you tell somebody $10 a ride, they're gonna be nice and give you 15 or 20. They're gonna be just nice. Be like, man, here's 20, man. Keep the change. They're gonna be nice.
Yeah, they'll just hand you a 20 and say, you know what, all that's you. Don't worry about it.
Yep. Man, I'm telling you, man, that to me is homework. That's homework for a driver out there who need $1,400 real quick. That's homework. It's you on your own, and you say, I only want to do 145 rides this week. I'm gonna try to do $10 a ride minimum. All short rides, $10. If the app is offering you 6,
is that
7,
a challenge, Jeff?
That's a challenge, man. If the app is offering you 6, roll up and tell a motherfucker 10. I'll do 10. I'll do this for 10. Oh man, because they're charging me 15. I'll do it for 10.
Yeah, I mean,
man,
for 7 days, that's only 20 rides a day. So that's not too bad.
20 rides a day, and just think if you do, let's say, 4 per hour, and you're only doing short rides.
Yeah,
what is that, a 5-hour day? So you could do 2 or 3 hours in the morning, 2 or 3 hours in the night, and you're done.
An hour.
Yeah, 2 or 3 hours in the morning, 2 or 3 hours later at night, you're done. And you took all day to do whatever you want to do. And you
I think that's the main thing, man. Is I don't know how these guys recharge their bodies doing 80 hours a fucking week.
Man,
I mean, when I was plowing snow, man, and I did 21 days in a row. When I finally got 3 days off, I was like, lose my phone number.
Hell yeah, I'm sleeping, motherfucker. Matthew just said that. He said he used to damn near fall asleep at the wheel on 12-hour Uber shifts, making $180. I believe it, man. It's road fatigue, man. You get road fatigue, man. You start driving like you get hypnotized. You start going on the highway, and then you be like, "Damn, how many X's did I just pass?" Because you out of it.
Yeah. Well, they even had us as plow drivers.
Like, you're drifting off. You're like drifting off, and then like right behind you is like, and then you see like it's a gas tank, like it's a tank.
Hell yeah, big ass oil tankers. Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah, they had us as plow drivers take a break every morning between 6 and 7.
Time. Like my brother got so upset at me because like it just happened that like when I was starting to doze off on the wheel, like I just happened to be rolling through South Central, and I was like, screw this. I'm gonna pull over right now and take a nap because I saw my life flash right in front of my eyes when I was drifting off, and I almost like got crushed by an oil rig. So I'm like, I'm gonna take my chances with I'm gonna take my chances wearing red in South Central and falling asleep on the side of the curb or something.
They gonna walk up and like, what up, cuz? What up, cuz? What you doing in the neighborhood, cuz? Man, I'm an Uber driver. I'm tired as a motherfucker. Sorry about that, sir. We hope you enjoy your nap. We really appreciate you stopping through South Central. Like, man, I thought you was a thug. You nerdy motherfucker ran up on me.
What you want my 180 that I worked 12 hours for?
Exactly. It's like motherfucker all thugged the fuck out, tatted all up and everything. Like, yeah, what up, blood? What up? Come to fuck you up, man. I'm an Uber driver, dog. I'm just sleepy. Oh, we're sorry about that, sir. I totally didn't mean to do that. I mean, I hope you're getting enough rest. Like, you nerdy motherfucker. He buzzed out with some glasses and everything. You nerdy bastard. You almost carjacked me. We're so sorry about that. Didn't mean to put the fear of God in your heart, sir. I'm so sorry.
We didn't mean for you to suffer any negative repercussions.
Exactly.
You fucking went from Ice Cube and Boys in the Hood.
We're just protecting our community. That's all we're doing is protecting our community. Like, motherfucker, you a thug. How the fuck you know about protecting the community? We're protecting our community. We're sorry about that.
He went from Ice Cube to Tay Diggs and Malibu's Most Wanted.
Exactly. Quick as a motherfucker. Yeah, you tell them you're an Uber driver, they straight up quick as, man, I'm an Uber driver, man. I'm trying to, oh, we're so sorry about that, sir. Completely, the gratitude for you driving for my grandmother every Wednesday to Walgreens. It's like, all right, thanks. But just tell them, motherfucker, you're an Uber driver. You can go do any neighborhood you want to, man. I'm an Uber driver. Shit.
Thanks for picking up that concrete from my grandma.
Exactly. In the fucking back. It's like, shit, Uber drivers, we can roll through the toughest neighborhoods out there. They be like, oh, what's up, cuz? We gonna fuck you up. I'm an Uber driver, dog. Oh, we're so sorry about that. Should we check your tire pressure for you? Make sure they're inflated to the proper PSI. Like, no, man, I'm cool. I just don't want to take a nap. That's all. It's like, damn.
But the funniest shit though, like, I would go through South Central all the time just to pick up passengers, and they're they're more respectful than the ones I would pick up from Beverly Hills or like all these like snobs from like all these rich neighborhoods. They'll be like saying thank you and stuff. Oh, I like your car. So I actually, like, believe it or not, I actually feel more at ease driving through the hood.
Oh man, like, I tell you all the time, I'll be in the hood.
Dealing with someone from Beverly Hills, because
the entitled people.
Yeah.
Do you have any bottled water for this trip? Like, bottled water, motherfucker, I'm taking you for a mile. That's it.
I had that the other day. Sir, do you have some water? Oh, yeah, for me. You want to swallow some of my spit? Go right ahead.
You got some water? I do, and it's good, motherfucker. What do you got?
Yeah, I even got some Monster fucking coffee here too. You want some of that?
I know, for real. That's funny shit. That's funny shit. Even Corey said that shit. He drove in LA. He said 100% agree. Compton and surrounding areas was really respectful, almost overly. Tempe is the same. Everyone chills. Scottsdale is pretty pretentious, half the people. Because people in Scottsdale, man, you got to understand. And I used to go up there all the time. And the people I would pick up in Scottsdale, like, let's say I would drop them off somewhere, it would always be to the shittiest apartment complex in the middle of nowhere. So they went to Scottsdale to fake ball all night. So they feeling good. These motherfuckers living in some rundown ass apartment somewhere, but in Scottsdale, they a king for the day. They a queen for the day. So these motherfuckers in Scottsdale are like, yeah, we getting bottle service. We turned the fuck up. We this, we that. But you drop the ass and you pick up from Scottsdale like, yeah, man, this car's all right. It's all right, man. I got a Bentley in the shop, man. It's all right. This car's cool. Okay, whatever, motherfucker. So you think they really got money. You driving about 10 miles, 13 miles, 15 miles. You pull up to them motherfuckers, they got potholes all in the driveway. Motherfucking gate broke, don't work. Trash ain't been delivered in like fucking 4 days. Trash. They got mattresses and shit. You driving over mattresses to get to there. I'm like, you broke motherfucker. What you doing in Scottsdale? Motherfucker, I had table service. Like you done use your whole monthly probably allotment of revenue just to fucking go fake ball one night. Like, man, and be wearing a silver fucking shirt. I'm like, well, don't nobody wear silver. You a grown ass man. What the fuck you doing wearing silver? Like you Beyonce and shit. Grown as a motherfucker. I'm telling you, man, these motherfuckers in Scottsdale do that shit. They'll fake ball in the heartbeats. You got to be careful who you pick up there because they be like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna get my money's worth. I'm finna kick it. I'm finna party. I've been trying to get off work. Man, as soon as you pull up to their house, you like, you gotta fucking be kidding me. I would have
Depends on which way you go in Scottsdale. You go north of Scottsdale, Old Town, you're getting into money.
Oh,
you're going south.
Way north, yeah.
You go south, you're rolling the dice.
Yeah, exactly. You go south, like you have no idea. You roll up, it's like motherfucking telephone poles blocking a driveway. Like, how do you get into your driveway? Well, we can't afford cars, so they just build telephone poles in our driveway. Okay, cool, whatever, motherfucker. Just drop them off in the street, let them walk. It's like,
then you go to Apache Junction.
Yeah, way out there. I don't do Apache
where your
Junction.
Directions are, well, when you get off the paved road.
That's why I stopped going. I got a Beamer, man. The Jeep, I could do it. I can't do it.
Damn.
You be driving, man. I'll
like those dirt roads over there.
Yeah, man. Gravel, dirt, hills, divots. Man, you go up a mountain, down a mountain, and I got a little ass car. And I'm like, I can't go out to Apache Junction no more. No. So I was like, nope, not doing it. You ain't tearing my car up. $70 to replace a spoiler every time I turn it off. Nope, exactly. Doubt it.
Yeah, anything that says Apache Junction, nope.
I'm telling you, shit. So Joel said the best tips I received from people who don't have much. Shit, the best tips I received was $200, and these motherfuckers was living nice. So maybe the most tips I have is probably from people who may say, hey, man, I'm gonna give you $2, $3. But the best tips I get are from motherfuckers that got it to give. Honestly, that's just how it is. That's real shit. And I tell people, if you can't tip, don't. Motherfuckers, like, if you only can tip $2, $3, I appreciate it. Because if all you got on you is $5 and you give me $5, I appreciate that $5 more than I appreciate $200 from a millionaire. But these millionaires, they dump $100, $200 on you real quick.
How about the motherfucker who would say, I'll tip you on the app?
That shit.
Once again, you're rolling dice there.
Yeah, exactly. I'll tip you in the app. Motherfucker get out laughing and shit as they walk into the house. I'm like, you motherfucker ain't tipping me. I'll do a burnout in they fucking grass. Dig up they fucking irrigation system and everything. They be mad as a motherfucker. I come around the corner like I got mud shit hanging from up under the Beamer. Why? Motherfuckers say I'll tip you in the app so I ate his fucking front yard up.
You better start knocking on the door and going in their house. Hey, I got to pick up some surge. It's inside your house.
Exactly.
Since you didn't tip me in the app, I got to go inside your house and get some surge.
Shit. Motherfuckers say, I'm gonna tip you in the app. They come out the next day and they missing a rear passenger wheel. Like, I just took your wheel. Fuck the tip. You ain't got to give it to me. I'm gonna sell this fucking wheel and get my money. I'm gonna go pawn this motherfucker. I got a whole wheel on the rim and shit. I want to pawn it for $11. Like, what? Where'd you get this from? Motherfuckers say, I'll tip you in the app, and he didn't. Gotcha. Shit. So I say, it's all good. No worries. They still don't tip. Got to reverse cycle, but it didn't work. I know. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, sometimes they do that shit to you, man. I'll be laughing at them like, whatever. I'm going to tip you in the app. Like, nah, motherfucker, next time I'm going to make you ride in the hood. How about that? You going to ride in the fucking trunk or in the engine bay? How about that? tip me in the app, you dusty motherfucker. Yeah, well, we're about 2.5 hours in this stream, man. Kev, you going out driving tonight, man?
Me?
Yeah. Shit,
I might.
I'm about to go grab me something to eat, man. I'm about to go in here and cook me some food, see if I can get out and roll for a while, man. Make a little money before the weekend gets here.
Yeah.
I don't know what they got on the apps for this weekend.
Well, isn't it this weekend is sometimes this weekend is St. Patrick's Day, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. The 15th. Yep, St. Patrick's Day.
That's one of them drinking holidays.
St. Patty's. I might have to break the Jeep out for cash rides on St. Patty's Day. Ooh, yeah.
Have those plastic like placemats or whatever so they don't barf up your car and
hell
stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna ride around with some little plastic bathroom trash cans in the back seat. They're gonna be like, what's this plastic trash can for? In case you gotta puke. Just put it on your lap as we drive around fucking popcorn bucket. Just driving around holding a popcorn bucket. That's for you, you pigeon. Puke in my car.
This bar I used to work at on St. Patty's Day, all the doormen would have those little creeper things that you pick up cans with on the ground and shit and trash.
Yeah.
Oh, the little stick with the
the wand things, and you control them with your fingers and shit.
Yeah.
Well, we used to have those, and if a big-bodied woman would come up to us and say, "I'm not wearing any green. Are you going to pinch me?" We'd grab that thing and
it's funny shit, like boop, pinch you from a distance, like shit.
Man, I tell you what, though, the old Equinox is getting the freaking rear shocks fucking here lately. Oh my goodness,
man,
dude, I've been having some heifers in the back, dude. Shit, I'm about ready to get my cattle license.
No, get you some new struts in the back or something, motherfucker.
Dude, my fucking trailer hitch keeps scraping.
No,
come out of a driveway. Like, oh, what was that?
Well,
I was like,
you got a low
we're a little heavy on the rear end. I got a freaking. I was told, I got to get some new shocks. We're a little heavy in the rear end now.
Shit, man. That's why I see motherfuckers walking to my car like, yeah, this probably ain't the ride for y'all. We're going to cancel this one. Why? Like, just not for me. I'm not tearing my car up for this shit. I'm only getting like $3 for this motherfucker plus a surge. I'm good, though. Like,
dude, I had 3 big body women in the back last week. I couldn't believe it.
No, that's nuts.
Dude,
you got a big car.
Dude, it was fucking...
you need to send that shit in a Jeep and be like, hey, listen, man, I'm going to do an advertising campaign for y'all ass.
It was quick biscuits back there, dude, when they opened the doors.
Man. It's poof. Everybody fucking fall out. That's wild. Well, shit. Yeah, man. Well, it's 2.5 hours into the stream. I'm going to call it good early tonight, man, because I got to get me something to eat, man. But I just wanted to make sure I got, Donna in. I had to get my man Nice Boys win in, get Chris. Hey, man, I had to get hear y'all stories or whatever, man.
Yeah.
But
thank you for allowing me to talk on your stream, bro. Like, keep up the good work. I appreciate you bringing me on here and spreading my story out there and to everyone out there. Like, cash rides is the deal. Just work smart and work a little hard.
Exactly, man.
Smart decisions, better profits, brother.
With you again. All right, Kevin. You guys be safe, yeah.
All right, brother. You too, my man. All right, Chris, see you out there, brother. All right, my man.
Right.
Triple A.
Later, everyone.
All right, brother. Hey, man, like I said, I'm gonna go in here, grab me something to eat, man. I'm gonna try to get on the road later on, probably drop some.
And then you're gonna go to sleep, aren't you? You're gonna go to sleep, aren't you?
Not today. I didn't have to drive this morning, so I'm good.
When you're gonna go to sleep. You know you will. You know you will.
I knew it was like, I'm going to bed, motherfucker. Like,
I'll meet you in 10 minutes. What happened? Oh, I went to sleep.
Hell yeah. When I drive at 7 in the morning, shit, I take naps. I'll wake up till later.
Oh, I do too.
Hell yeah. Shit. All right.
All right, Jeff. Y'all have a good one, man. If I see you, I see you.
All right, brother Kev. I'll see you out there, my man. Get it. All right, y'all. Hey, thank you guys for joining us on the stream. We're going to do this all again. Probably tomorrow. Let me see if I can come in tomorrow and drop some more. I got some more videos that I got in my phone that I haven't ran yet. There's some actual ride-alongs. So I'm gonna put these ride-alongs on probably tomorrow. But and it's just a few quick ones. That's it. A few of them I didn't like. Some rides I didn't like because I think they were a little too lower for the dollars per miles, but they were in areas getting me all the way back home. It was that, if I'm far from home, because I took all the rides away from home, I did one good ride to get me back, and I called it good. That one big ride coming back fucked up my dollar to mile ratio. It's like, damn it. Hate when I do that, but I like short rides. I don't like long rides. So Once again, appreciate you guys for joining us on this live stream. Like I said, you met Donna tonight. That's my homegirl. So you guys met Donna. She's out here in the streets of Phoenix and all that. If you see her out there, give her a what's up. Be like, what's up, Donna? And make sure you guys check out her stuff. We're going to try to help her build her little business up, because in about 5-6 years from now, this lady's going to be a millionaire, and she's going to probably hire us all. I'll be on her fucking, I'm going to be her marketing agent or something like that. All right, man. But y'all be easy. Just lock the doors and look in the eyes before they get in during the dark out. Exactly. All right, Knife Juggler. We'll see you out there, brother. Peace out, man. Y'all keep being easy, man. Cash rides. That's our homework this week, man. Convert some rides. Convert. If they don't want to convert in the ride, they got to go. That's just how it works. If they don't want to do the cash ride, that's cool. You get the next driver.